Velina mai kako, welcome to Keep It Aloha, a podcast that keeps aloha by looking adversity in the face and overcoming it. I'm your host Kamaka, and our guest today is one of the most resilient guys in Hawaii and a football legend. But before we introduce him, I gotta remind you about this week's giveaway. If you didn't already know, here on the Keep It Aloha podcast, we give away $500 or more in prizes every single week, all of 2026. To find the giveaway details and enter, all you have to do is head to our Instagram and find the post on our profile. The full details will be in the description. I'll be pulling the winners on Wednesday, August 26th, so make sure you get your entries in. For an extra 20 entries, email Nicole at keepitaloha.com the secret word / phrase from today's episode, as well as your favorite UH football player of all time. Good luck and enjoy this episode. All right, let's introduce our guest.
After 175 years, some people still think we're just a ranch.
And we just farm all day.
What they don't realize is we wear many hats. And that's just how we roll.
You just might see some old friends.
Or make some new ones.
So come hang with us.
Drive on out to the country.
And get that epic snap.
No matter what you're looking for, come discover where legends are made.
Our guest today is a former professional quarterback, coach, and community leader from the island of Oʻahu. Many know him as one of the most accomplished quarterbacks in the University of Hawaiʻi's football history. In 2010, he led the nation in passing, total offense, and passing touchdowns, throwing for more than 5,000 yards and 39 touchdowns. He also broke Colt Brennan's single-game passing record with 560 yards and finished his UH career with more than 10,000 passing yards and 75 touchdowns. Along the way, he earned first-team All-WAC honors, became a semifinalist for the Burlsworth Trophy, had his own Heisman campaign at UH, and went on to play professionally in both the Arena Football League and CFL, where he became a Grey Cup champion with the Calgary Stampeders. Today, he continues to give back as a coach and the founder of the DRIP mission, using sports, mentorship, and opportunity to impact the next generation of athletes in Hawaii. But beyond football, he is also a husband and a father who has built the next chapter of his life around his family and giving back to his community. I am so stoked to talk stories with him today. He is Bryant Moniz. Aloha Mo, welcome to the Keep It Aloha podcast. How you doing?
I'm good. Aloha, Kamaka. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so stoked you're here. I love having the people that were at UH right before me and right after me, because I like to complain about how when I was at UH, our football team sucked. So I didn't get to enjoy any of it. So thanks for not going for a 5th year, 6th year, 7th year. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm stoked that you're here.
Thanks for having me. I mean, nowadays it is. And I do ask is there any chance that I have one more year of eligibility? With all the rules now, you never know. And the NIL?
Yeah.
Wow, this is a great time to be a college athlete.
I mean, we saw what Phillip Rivers did last year in the NFL.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yes.
So you could come back for one. Maybe, you know, Micah, his arms feeling a little sore one day. We just throw you in there.
1 quarter, 1 game, whatever they need. Coach Tim,
it is crazy. It is crazy with the NIL. College kids are getting paid more than professionals.
Yeah, and that's why they don't want to leave, right?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I'm going to stay my 5 years, make the millions that I'm making here, because when I go to the NFL, I'm losing money.
Yeah,
so, either way, they're all making more money than when I was at UH and working at Papa John's. Especially, you know, if guys only was tipping $1 that night, then it was a tough
brutal.
But we got free pizza at the end of the shift, so it was worth it.
That was the 5,000-yard season was fueled by pizza, yeah?
Yeah, fueled by garlic butter, for sure. Lots of it.
That's the trick. Future athletes, listen up. But super stoked that you're here. You know, I've known your name. We've met last year at the celebrity football game with the DRIP mission. I think I was MVP Waterboy during that game. Yeah.
Winning team.
What is that? Right? Winning team. Yeah, I did go in for a trick play, and my pass was intercepted by my own teammate for the touchdown. But it was super fun, and we'll get into that later. But I want us to start at the beginning, get to know your whole life story. Where are you from? Where you grad? And what was it like growing up?
Well, I was born and raised in Wahiawa, which, let me just say, I don't think a lot of people can say they're actually born and raised in some places, because, you know, Wahiawa is one of the few towns that has a hospital. But no longer do they you know, have that part of their hospital. Anyway, born and raised in Wahiawa. Went to elementary, middle school, high school, everything in Wahiawa. Graduated from Lelehua in 2007. And growing up, I pretty much just lived at the parks. Played a lot of baseball and soccer growing up, all the way until middle school. Then I tried football. And to be honest, I hated football. The first week of pads was brutal. I was crying. I was getting blown up. I was like, bro, why did I sign up for this? But my dad, he forced me. He's like, you cannot quit. You got to finish the season. And then if you don't want to play after that, then cool. And by the end of the season, we won state champs. Mililani, Pop Warner, Pee Wee, 2000 state champ.
Wow, congrats.
And then and I fell in love with it ever since then. And football's been life ever since the year 2000.
Did you always start off as quarterback, or were you
no, so that first year I was a running back. And then receiver, always played safety on the defensive side. And then not till 8th grade did I start to throw the ball. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, we were, I think, 2004, 2005, Keaukaha Warriors, Pee Wee, I believe, champion. I forget. I know I have a bag that says it, but those are the good old days. Those were my glory days. And I would have, gone on to UH, probably replaced you at quarterback if I didn't get hurt.
Yeah. I mean, there might not have ever been my story, and I wouldn't be able to sit here.
I would have broke all those records. But if I just didn't get hurt playing sharks and minnows during that one practice, I could have gone on to have a beautiful career. I would have been up there in the names with the Timmy Changs, the Colt Brennans, and the Kamaka Diaz's. And
would have been
who knows though? Yeah, who knows? And nobody can say I'm wrong because we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What ifs?
What if?
In the game of football, there's so much what ifs in the game of life, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I unfortunately my college career didn't end the way we wanted it to. I broke my ankle with 4 or 5 games left, and a lot of what ifs there because there was a lot of things were trending upwards, right? And looking to the NFL, which is every athlete's dream in football, and it's just like, man, what if? Maybe this could have been, that could have been, but you can't live your life just holding on to what ifs. We just keep moving and keep going, and that's how I ended up playing arena. Then I also tore my knee there, which put me into another 2-year rehab process before I walked on and tried out for Calgary Stampeders, and then spent the next 4 years up in Canada, freezing. Freezing,
every
but
Hawaii boy's dream.
Yeah. I'll tell you a quick story. Coach told me I was throwing ducks. Like I couldn't spin a spiral for nothing because it was cold now and I wasn't used to this. And coach was like, Moniz, I want to send you back home to Hawaii. And at that time, I was like, Coach, send me home. I'm ready. It's freezing. I do not want to be here. But overall, I had a great time up north.
Okay. Well, going back to your high school career, you were all-star football player, all-star soccer as well, right? And when did you decide, I want to do football instead of soccer? Because, I mean, you could have, I'm guessing you were good enough to at least go to college for soccer as well, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm pretty talented in the sense of like when I see something and I try something, I'm pretty good at it. And so soccer, I stopped playing for like 4 years, maybe 5 years. So like from 6th grade till sophomore year, then I went back and decided to play. And then we ended up having a good soccer team. My senior year, we knocked out Kamehameha, who was the defending state champs. We lost in the semis, and I made all-state for soccer. Wow. For baseball, I played varsity as a freshman, and I would have been a 4-year letterman for baseball, but baseball, there was like 12 people there watching the game, and football, there's like 3,000,
Yeah.
So like I just fell in love with that atmosphere of football. And as good as I was in soccer, as good as I was in baseball, there was nothing like the feeling of Friday Night Lights, and that just hooked me. So I pursued football. And I did have an opportunity. I went to JUCO. I went to Fresno City College and played football there. And then their coach was like, hey, you can play soccer too? Yeah. Well, they wanted me to play for their soccer team. But that's also when we conceived my daughter, Callie. And so we moved back home. And yeah.
Would you have played soccer if?
Oh, I would have played.
Oh, really?
For sure. I
wow.
still play men's league once in a great while
okay.
when I don't have something with all my kids.
Yeah.
But, I love soccer too. And this is why I love soccer in comparison to football when I started playing football. So football, quarterback, you're the target. You're getting, everybody wants to kill you, right? Soccer, I was playing like sweeper. So now I'm the bull on the field,
yeah.
right? And then a lot of people were a little smaller in soccer. So it was my chance to kind of get back and give licks compared to football where I'm the one catching all the cracks.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, you're basically going on the defensive end playing safety, you know, just to compare the two sports.
Yeah.
And yeah, soccer, I mean, you usually like smaller build. So if you had like a 6-foot sweeper in the back, that was pretty big in Hawaii.
I mean, I want to say I was undefeated in 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
Like that was my thing. And I believe that's why I made the all-state selection, because like you weren't getting past me without, you know, catching some cracks.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had to earn your way to get to the goal. And we had a great supporting cast. And man, soccer was so fun, especially because I didn't play for 5 years, right? So when I got back and I started playing again, it was kind of like a childhood thing that got to relive again.
Yeah, I started playing a couple years ago in the men's league over here, and I loved it too. It's just so fun just to be back on the pitch again, and especially in like the not competitive leagues.
I definitely agree with you there, because the team I went out for, these guys are like trying to make the FIFA World Cup team, and I'm like, bro, like, don't you guys all work Monday? Like, what are we doing?
That's exactly what I would say. Is like, a lot of times it'd be like the younger kids just got out of high school that trying too hard because maybe they didn't go to college, or like the one guy who's just like still trying to live his dream, right? And they'd get nuts, and I'd just be like, bro, we're just trying to get to work on Monday.
Wow.
Like, it's not that serious.
Seriously, like, I'm here for the exercise, have fun. Like, nobody's recruiting here. Like, it's just your guys' wives on the sideline. Let's all chill out. Guys wanting for a fight. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I know.
We all paid the same amount to play this game.
Yeah.
Everybody paid their fee, $50.
Yeah, and what you get, maybe like $50 and I don't know, like a team photo at the end of the year if you win the championship.
I don't even know if there's trophies or medals. You know, like, what are we fighting about, guys?
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
That's the thing I do like about the other sports. I mean, football is my favorite sport. I played it. It's my favorite one to watch. I mean, it's coming up. The season's coming up, and I religiously watch it. Mondays, Thursdays, Sundays. I book everything around those times, the football games, just to watch it all day. But when you get older, it's hard to play football. Like basketball, you can go just you on a ball, shoot on a court. Soccer, you can juggle, maybe like do some pickup games, out in wherever they have grass fields, or indoor too. Football, it's tough to, there's not many times where you can get like 22 people to just play a fun game together, plus all the equipment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very tough. But that's why we also do flag football.
Yeah.
You can have, all you need is like 5 guys each side.
That is true.
And those turkey bowls, they get kind of into it too. But a lot of hamstrings are pulled on those
Totally,
days.
yeah. That's one thing I noticed when I started playing soccer again. Like before, you can just start the game, go, you're good. Now I'm like, if I don't have 15 minutes to warm up, stretch properly, I'm hurting. And even after the game, you just go home, get something to eat, I don't know. Afterwards, I'm like, okay, I need like another 10 to 15 to stretch and cool down, or I'm going to be hurting.
100%.
Yeah.
The hydration before, after, warm up, cool down.
Yeah.
When you get to the uncle's age, which you are, how old?
I'm 33. I could have been
right there.
I was probably 8th grade when you were a senior.
Yeah. So you got to, very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
Totally. All right. So you had an amazing career at Lelehua. You went to JUCO. You ended up coming, you had your daughter, Callie. And you named her after like Callie, right? I think I read about that.
There was 2 options, Cali or Fresno. And yeah, you see,
I don't think she would have been happy with Fresno.
We got the right one, right? So
you're welcome, Callie.
Yeah.
Hey, that's public school education right there.
We couldn't think of a name, so we just, where are we at? Cali, Fresno, Cali.
If he was in Las Vegas, you would have been Nevada. If he was at the casino.
Yeah, it might have been called MGM. I don't know.
MGM Grand, come over here. Go, quicker. Shoot MGM.
We definitely went with a good one.
Yeah. So you ended up having Cali, and then you came back and you walked on at UH, and then the rest is history. But can you tell us about that journey?
Yeah. So super crazy, and you know, I guess not the typical way that you end up at college, right? For most guys, right? So no scholarships, no looks out of high school. I talked to one coach from Coach Tommy Lee, who was at Western Montana, which is an NAIA school. But so I ended up going and following a teammate to Fresno City. We had Cali. We came back home, and for the next 2 semesters, I was at LCC. Just going to LCC, just staying in school, not really knowing if I was done playing, going to play. And I was playing flag football. So,
Was there a league here? Or
yeah,
something?
just adult league.
Oh.
It was called X flag football back then.
Okay.
And I want to say that was kind of the birth of flag football, at least for men's league. Pretty much from the beginning. So a lot of the OGs in the flag football world, I was kind of part of that circle. But that kind of kept my arm active and kept me, playing the game. And a year later, I talked to Rich Biano, and he was, talking about the walk-on process for UH and if I was interested. And, I just had to get accepted into the university. So I went and applied, which I was late. And I had to write a letter, asking for acceptance. And fortunately enough, they accepted me, got into school, went to the walk-on process. Walk-on tryout, there was about maybe 80 guys. And I want to say about 8 of us made it, right? So 10% from that tryout to training, spring ball. Yeah. So we go to spring ball, 8 of us, and then, you're just battling with the boys and you're trying to make the team. And I was starstruck at first, like Greg Salas, Kelo Pilares. So a year ago, I'm going to LCC, working at Papa John's to feed and provide for my family. And we used to have a TV inside Papa John's too, so we'd watch the games, and I'm like watching these guys on TV, and then now I'm like suited up my helmet and trying to make the team, and like here's Greg Salas, here's Kealoha Pilares,
Both went on to the NFL.
Here's Blaze Soares, there's all these dudes, right? And it was surreal for sure, and but like anything that I've done, I was fortunate enough that my uncle trained me to be a hard worker. Like when we went to the gym from 7th grade, I learned the ethic of hard work. And I carried that through the rest of my life. And so I would put in extra time in the film. I would hang out in Coach Rolovich's office and, just ask questions and just listen to him talk, review film, or whoever he's watching film with. I was in Coach Ron Lee's office as he was going over stuff. And, I just soaked up everything that I could to give myself the best opportunity to make the team. And made it as a fifth string quarterback. At that time, I was trying out for every special teams. I was running down on kickoff team, on a punt team. I was trying to be a punt return. I tried for everything.
Did you even try for kicker?
Yes, I did. So
you have the background.
So I made the team, and my first job, right? I climbed the depth chart. I was third string. First string was Greg Alexander. Second string was Brent Roush, and then I was battling with Shane Austin to make third string. And the only difference I would say at the time between the two of us was that I was willing to play special teams. So I was the second string kickoff team. I was a second string punt team, and maybe like the third string kicker.
Wait, was Scott Enos there when you were there?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's why I moved to Oʻahu.
Oh, really? Because of Scott?
Well, that's not why, but I came to Oʻahu my senior year in 2010, 2011. And I don't know how I was connected with him. Maybe Rich Miano, because my dad's a Kaiser grad, so maybe they connected me. So I used to catch bus to UH in the summer of 2010 and train with Scott Enos. Yeah, so he was mentoring me at the UH field.
Yeah, so and then
crazy.
I would do whatever it would take, and that's what got me to make the travel team. So I made the travel team. Maybe week 1 or week 2, Brent Rouse breaks his finger at practice on somebody's helmet. Oof. So now I go from third string to second string. Now, when I make to second string, it's funny because my first college play was almost kickoff team. So we're playing Washington State inside the Seattle Seahawks stadium, and they had 10 on kickoff, and I'm second string kickoff. So I'm like, okay, I'll go. Like, I grab my helmet, I start running out there. Coach Matt calls a timeout, cusses me out. What are you doing? Get off the field. And I'm like, Coach, you had 10, like I'm backup kickoff team. He's like, you are off all special teams, because now I'm second string, right? So I couldn't get hurt doing special teams. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
But, later that game, we ended up smashing, and I got to get my first reps at QB. Greg tore his knee maybe a week or two later, and then the rest, was once I got the job, I just never gave it back.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like the saying, luck is when preparation meets opportunity, right? I mean, you had to get lucky in a sense where, people had to go down so you could have your opportunity to shine. And once you got your opportunity, I mean, you capitalize on it. And not a lot of people do that, they miss their opportunity to do something like that.
Yeah, for sure. You never know when it's going to come, right? And I think a lot of people, fall out because it's tough to wait. It's tough to wait. It's like, oh, I want to play.
Yeah. Well, you want it now. Everything's instant gratification, right?
Like, I'm here to play, and maybe you think you're better or whatnot, but you still gotta have a good attitude. You gotta be a good teammate. You gotta support the guys in front of you, while still coming to work and challenge them for their job, right? Making them better, making your QB room better, or whatever position you play. But man, I was so stoked to be a UH Warrior. Like, I don't even know. I can't even explain. Like, there's so much moments I went through that, like, just getting my jersey number. Like, I know guys choose numbers. Like, I went in there and, like, opened up my locker and I was like, oh, 17. Like, it was so, like, it was cool to me. And then I was like, wow, looking at that helmet, like, just in awe. I'm just a kid living a dream in here. Free. We were sponsored by Under Armour at the time. Here comes free Under Armour shoes. Like, free Under Armour shoes.
Yeah.
Like, just the thought of getting these free shoes, free UH shirt, and this helmet. I mean, it was all earned, but it was all a dream come true. And I cherished every moment of it, and I miss it. And that's one thing I think too that's hard for athletes is to move on from the game, because we all want to play forever.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that, like, getting the equipment and free stuff, especially when you never had it, is like the coolest thing ever. I remember coming to Kaiser my senior year, because Hilo, we didn't have anything. Buy your own stuff, buy your own. We had to, like, people would, like, get their own, like, face mask and stuff just because, like, they didn't like the old school ones or whatever.
Right.
Like, they would buy their own helmets, or like shoulder pads too. When I went to Kaiser, the coach was like, oh yeah, what shoes do you want? He, like, ordered shoes for me online, and I was just a kicker. I was like, what? Like, expensive, like $300. I don't know if you remember, like, the Adidas, the F50, what is it called? But the ones you could, like, you could change the cleats.
Okay.
I think it's like F50s or something. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. And there's, like, nice uniforms, and it's like, oh yeah, Hilo, we gotta step our game up. But I can only imagine how it was, being in the locker room, and especially going from, like, JUCO, Papa John's, and now you're the starting quarterback at UH, which is like, you become a hometown hero. Like, everybody loves the UH football culture is amazing here. I mean, that's when Aloha Stadium was in, full swing, and it was rocking. I mean, the tailgates, and then you go over there. Like I said, I've only been to a couple during my time at UH because I was there from 2011 to 2016. So it was right after you, and, like, it was during that period of we didn't really have anything. And then Cole McDonald came after. So I mean, so I was just like
right in between.
I know. I was like, how does that happen? Because I was such a big. I remember the Colt Brennan era, then your era, and then I don't even know who was during my time. And then Cole McDonald, and then a little
came back up.
And they had John Ursula too. So many good people, but I remember, like, the people like Greg Sales, Kealoha Pilares.
They were studs.
Yeah, Kealoha went to Panthers, I believe. Greg went to Rams. Yeah.
They were studs.
Good times.
And great times. I mean, a couple other things that I want to bring up real quick that was nostalgic for me was Billy the Warrior.
Oh, yes.
My gosh. Billy the Warrior. They don't have it no more. And that's You don't know what it meant to me to run out that tunnel and see Billy right there, like getting amped up. Like he got me so amped up, and I'm a quarterback, you know, like I'm supposed to be the cool guy. I would run out there, give him a chest bump. Let's go, Moniz.
Yeah.
And I was just like, bro, let's go. You got it. Let's go. You know, like, bro, Billy the Warrior was, man, he's the man. And, And that was special to have him there while I was there.
Didn't his son play for like one of the big schools? I remember seeing a clip of him.
Texas Tech and LSU.
LSU, I think that was the one.
And then another quick story that, you know, just an OA boy, just a walk-on kind of thing that was like awe moment for me was the first game, home game. I'm like, okay, coach, what time are we meeting at the stadium tomorrow? You know, like I don't know the protocols of what's happening. And he's like, bro, what are you talking about? Hurry up, go pack your bags, get ready to go to the hotel. I'm like, hotel? I said, we're going to a hotel? He's like, oh. So, like, I never knew this part of, you know, the game process. So, you know, we pack our bags and then we head to the hotel. We get our room and we check in and then they feed us the dinner and we're doing meetings. And that whole process was eye-opening to me. And it was something that, like I said, just as a kid from Oʻahu, from Leleho High School, a walk-on, to experience that was like the coolest experience ever. And then the next day to go to the stadium, we have a police escort, and I'm feeling like The Rock, or you know, like I'm feeling like A-list celebrity, like, oh, move out the way, we're coming, you know. Just so much little moments like that I cherish. Way beyond the game. So
like those moments and it's being in front of that crowd and that atmosphere, it's like a drug, huh?
Oh.
I mean, I talk with like musicians and, you know, you play at the Republic, then you play at the Shell, you play at the Blaisdell, and then it's the same thing with football, right? You just get bigger stadiums, more momentum, more crowd, more noise. It's just like, does it ever get to a point where you're just like, you're never satisfied, right? You just want more.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Yeah. I'll say that because it's definitely a drug, and it's the best drug ever because that feeling of the crowd roaring, 40,000 people in Aloha Stadium, you know, newspapers flying around, just everybody roaring, and we've had a lot of great games that I've been a part of, and moments like that you can't get enough of that, and I think that's the hardest part because as an athlete, like, God, this is what we live for. You know, this is what you work so hard for. Hours in the gym, hours of training, hours of film study, all that stuff is for that moment. And then when it's done, like, right, you want some more, you want some more, you want some more. And I think that's why it's always hard for athletes to walk away from the game because, bro, that is the best drug. And, I mean, to draw some darkness, I guess, on the light or just, you know, to show the other side of the coin, is I went through tough times too. Like when the game was taken away from me, it was a real hard transition and probably the first time I battled depression because I'm young and at that time that's my identity. Like that's all I knew was football. Ball was life. You know? Being a dad, all of that stuff, yes, but like I spent since year 2000 till 2016 playing football. And then and every athlete, I think it's something that's hard to come to terms with early in your career. You know, you think you'll play forever, but like as you get older, then you start to, you know, you learn and realize. And I think there needs to be more education on that process, the end of the game and the transition out of the game into what you do afterwards. And you hear it all the time from athletes talking about, you know, going through that downward spiral, like. Because literally 1 year or 1 week, it could be 1 day ago, the guys get cut all the time in middle of season. Talking about professionally, you know, like the reality of professional sports. And you could be the guy and then now you're just another guy. And I think that transition is tough for a lot of people.
So they don't have programs or like, I don't know, like... for example, I don't know, this is the only thing I can think of. Like when I went to the Peace Corps, we had like training, like when we go there, pre-departure training. And then before we leave, like after our 2 years, there's like a post kind of thing where they like kind of help you adjust back
Right,
to,
right.
you know, coming home and all of that? You guys don't have any of that?
I won't say that there is. I mean, or either I don't know about it, but you figure like organizations and ball clubs, they're focused on winning, right?
Yeah.
And getting the guys in there that can help them win. And if you're not that guy, you're out. And as soon as you're out that door,
They don't.
they're just another dude in the streets to them, right? Like,
Dang, that's crazy.
and it may be different for guys that have longer careers with certain clubs, you know, and
They get a pension or something.
yeah, they have different reaches, and, you know, stuff like that. But like, for the 99% of guys that, you know, don't have those careers, it's tough. It's tough. I went through at least a good 2-3 months of like, I'm not even a drinker, but like drinking, just not wanting to do anything, never wanting to go to the gym, like total opposite of who I was, and it was tough for sure.
How did you get out of that?
I got called back. I got called back to the team, and I lied. Oh yeah, I've been training. I'm ready. Let's go. Which was also a good part too, because when I went back, and then I kind of came to realize, like, you know, like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. Like, if this is the last stint, it's okay. You know, like, I went back to work. I started training and doing all the normal things, but then I kind of just realized, like, bro, I cannot go back to that. You know, like, even if I got cut again, like, that was bad. Like, you know, like, I was no help to my family and to my kids. And, you know, my girl, Kai, she stood by me through so much ups and downs, man. Roller coasters for sure. And I'm going to cry thinking about it. But, you know, like when I it's going to kill me.
Let it out.
But,
Let it out.
you know,
We got look underneath. We're ready for you.
yeah, we're ready. There we go. But you know, she's been my rock. When I broke my ankle and I couldn't stand, I was laying on the ground because as soon as I would stand, blood would rush to my feet and it hurt like heck. So I was literally just peeing in bottles all day long, just laying on the ground, peeing. And then she would come home from work, she would empty all the bottles and then, you know, kind of get whatever I needed and just taking care of me. And then through the lulls of when I was depressed for that month's period, you know, still stood by me, still, you know, tried to help in the ways that she could. But, you know, like in those kinds of people that are going through that, like, it's not necessarily, I don't know, it's a process. You got to go through it, right? It's not like somebody can just come and pull you out, maybe, but like, it's just something you kind of got to go through and you kind of learn and grow. And yeah.
Well, shout out to her, Kylie, and all the supporters that we have taking care of me. I mean, even I had surgery, knee and shoulder back to back, so my poor girlfriend gotta you know, take care of me.
Man, what would we do without them?
Bathe me and stuff. You know, help me in and out of the tub. Like, yeah,
I really don't know how single guys
live
make
life.
it through surgeries and rehab because, bro, it's tough to move. It's tough to do anything. You know, like
yeah. I was thinking that too. Like, dang, what if like I didn't meet fate like a couple months before my surgery? Like, what would I have done? Like, would I have just asked a friend to come over, or like I don't know.
I don't know if my boys would be doing all that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I love you, but not like that.
yeah, it's like, bro, you changing your own shishi bottles, bro.
But yes, shout out to them. I'm happy, you know, you're able to get out of that. I mean, it happens. That's just part of life, right? I mean, there's good moments and there's bad moments. Sure. And then as an athlete, like you said, like that's your identity for so many years. But it's so cool to see you still lean into your athlete identity, but just in a different way, as a coach, as a mentor, as an organizer. So I love what you're doing with the Drip Mission. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the Drip Mission right now, we are a youth flag football league and a tournament holder. You know, we hold some of the biggest tournaments on the island, and we recently just started up our league. And the whole vision with that is, you know, just creating a safe, fun space for kids to come and compete. I think so much, I mean, you see it, right? Crazy parents, crazy coaches in the world of youth sports. And that's kind of just the culture. And being an ex-athlete, I know like the odds of making it, right? And and how long that road is and how hard it is. But so I feel like sometimes, parents and coaches, we kind of get too caught into that world of trying to create the next NFL star, and they're 4 or 5,
Yeah.
but even 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, like they're all kids, So with the drip mission, we really focus on bringing back the fun aspect to sports. And of course the games are going to be competitive, that part of the game ain't going to change, but we try to find ways to make the event not just about football, but fun. So like at our tournaments, we'll have dash for cashes, we'll have sack races, we have a cash cube where we put birthday boys in there for like 30 seconds and they can grab as much cash as they can.
That's cool.
We had a watermelon eating contest this last one, a hot dog eating contest this last one. We just try to have fun, because when you come to a drip mission event, like, yeah, you're coming for football, but I think that when you leave, you're not even going to remember the games, and the kids aren't going to remember the games. They're just going to remember like, oh, bro, my mom ran the dash for cash and she won. Or it's like, oh, did you see me do the watermelon contest? Or so-and-so, like it's all the other stuff that we just want to make sure they have a great time and create that experience for them.
Yeah. Sounds like you've built a pretty awesome community, and I got to experience it last year at the Celebrity Flag Football Game, which the second annual one is coming up.
Yeah.
What was the idea behind that? Because I always thought, I think we talked about it when we met at Kualoa with Frank, and I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to do this like celebrity dodgeball game, because like Hawaii doesn't have celebrity whatever, the NBA All-Star weekend, they have the celebrity basketball game, celebrity baseball game. It'd be so cool to have something like that in Hawaii. And I think you're like the first one that started, and I just did the celebrity basketball game in Hilo with the Mandaquit Family Foundation. So I love seeing these things come up, because it's just fun, and it gives people who are out of the game an opportunity just to kind of reminisce a little bit. For and just kind of dust off the cleats, dust off the shoes, and show out in front of some fans. It's really awesome.
Yeah, sports are meant to be fun, right? And especially as adults, we all get into our daily lives of going to work or going to whatever it is you do. So the celebrity game was just a change up and an idea. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I've tried so many things. I've failed at so many things. But when I get an idea, I'm just like, bro, let's do it. Let's go. So I was like, okay, celebrity game. Who do we get? Or, like it's just kind of starting from the bare. I know a few guys, I'll reach out, and then it's like, okay, just shooting random messages like, hey, would you want to play? Would you want to play? And man, last year was so much fun. I think you can attest to the event, and it went a lot better than I could have imagined. Everybody had a good time. Everybody got to meet different people. And the game was fun. The game was entertaining. It was competitive. And I'm looking forward to year 2.
Yeah. Are we gonna see you suit up again? Maybe just at the end if we need it.
Yeah, we kind of rigged it a little bit. I won't say rigged. The team just needed a little assistance. So I was like, okay, we're not gonna let red team run away. Get me a blue jersey.
Yeah. It's the same thing how you started your career. Somebody got hurt. I was hurt. I couldn't be the quarterback for a team. And obviously we wouldn't have been down if I was playing.
There we go.
So, we just needed a little support. So we called in a UH legend.
Yeah. That movie's played before. So we just replayed it. We went out there. We ended up with the comeback W.
Yeah. That was so fun. It was cool to see Chad Owens play too.
Yeah.
Because I never saw him play in person. I was like, it was after my time where I was still pretty young. But just that guy is crazy shape for what he's.
And the great part about, Chad wasn't supposed to like run. Or
I know, but then the competitiveness
comes. The competitive nature comes out. And then I seen him like go in a route and then make a one-hand snag, and everybody loved it. It was awesome.
But also, how cool is that to see 2 generations of UH football players come together, right?
No, so cool. And so cool that when I was in Hamilton, I was fortunate enough to be on the same team as Chad, Alex Green. So all 3 of us were signed at the same time.
Oh, no way.
And then even in Calgary, I got to play with John Estes. They re-signed him, or not re-signed him, but they signed him coming out from the NFL So we ended up rooming up there and playing. Yeah, the football world is pretty small, especially when you get up into the professional leagues. So those are fun. And I mean, for me growing up, like Chad was somebody on TV that I was watching, right? So like now to be teammates, it was super cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who are some of the people that you look up to as athletes when you were growing up?
Man, that's tough. And
Like, who did you model your game after?
if I'm honest, it's nobody, because I wasn't one that really watched TV sports wise. Like I was just like playing, like outside playing. Like, okay, let's go play baseball. Let's go whatever. Like, so I didn't. And even like when you go to a game, like if we went to the UH baseball game, like I wasn't watching the game. I was just watching the hitter and wait for him to hit a foul ball so I could run and get it. Like like when I was a little kid at Leligo High School, I was one of the kids on the side that we were playing our own game. And to us, the crowd was cheering for us, like I was just always playing. So there wasn't like somebody that I really watched growing up. Yeah. Like even UH, like, I mean, not until like kind of the year before when I was saying, like when I got older, like maybe then I started to know. I hardly watched other than, I mean, the only people that I really watched and maybe everybody in my era watched was like Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, that USC squad. Like they were iconic for sure.
Totally. I mean, we talked about it a little bit on the phone, but that was probably one of like I think one of the coolest moments in Hawaii football history was that 2010 season, 2009 season.
Against USC?
Yeah. 2010 season.
When we played against them?
Yeah. That was 2010. It's the season opener. And that was, you said Pete Carroll just left. I mean, Reggie Bush got drafted in 2006. I mean, they were like how Alabama has been these days. They were just like the best team. Reggie was Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, that's why I'm a Saints fan, because of Reggie Bush. And then Hawaii was coming off of the Colt Brennan era. Nobody expected Hawaii to even compete with USC, right? They had like the highest recruiting class that season.
Matt Barkley was.
Matt Barkley, yep, it was Matt Barkley, yeah. And he was like the number one quarterback, super hyped up, and you guys put on a show. I mean, you gotta take us through that game. I mean,
that was another one of those moments where, I'm like, holy smokes, we're playing against USC. Like it was so cool because I grew up watching them, right? I'm just like, okay, I get to play against them. And then like we start playing and I'm like kind of running all over the field and kind of doing my thing and making them miss. And I'm like, bro, these guys ain't nothing. Like, let's go, And then we're dicing them up a little bit. We're putting some points on the board. I recall like they kind of had a bad call right before the half where they took away a touchdown and we ended up with taking a field goal, which would have put us like right at the game. And it was our confidence level was through the roof playing them because, it's USC and we're like going toe to toe. I also got knocked out of that game. So if you go back, you could probably find that clip. It's on ESPN.
I don't even remember that.
Oh man, I got blown up. Like
after, these guys suck.
And it kind of just like that, like exactly how you're looking. You got a little too confident. I was scrambling. I'm like by the 15, the 10. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna score. I kind of cut back like this, and I'm like, last second, I see the safety like right here, and then boom, just blows me up. And then
was it legal? Because they didn't have the replays for those things back then.
I mean, at that days, football. I mean, probably would get flagged now, but I was on my back and I was like, oh, bro, that was a hit. And I sit up and I clap my hands like this. And then I was like planning to get up, like, okay. And then I was like, oh, never mind. But that was the end of the game for me. Then Shane came in and he balled out. He did his thing. But it was funny, too, because that night I went home and we were on the ESPN ticker, like, every 30 minutes, right? They showed, Hawaii scares USC. And I watched it so much times because I'm like, I'm on ESPN, and then and it kept showing me getting blown up. And then I'm home, like, watching that clip and laughing. I'm like, oh, like, it's not me. And my girl's all mad because, she had to go through the roller coaster of, like, seeing me getting killed out there. And she's like, why are you laughing? I was like, I'm fine now. I mean, I said, but look, like, damn, it got blown up. Yeah.
Such a guy thing to do, right?
Yeah, for real.
So that was the start of I think one of the greatest seasons we've had in a long time. I mean, you guys ended up winning the conference, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was the last time we've ever won the conference, right?
Last time we won the conference, it was a three-way tie. We beat Nevada. Nevada beat Boise. Boise beat us, and then we all had the same record. So they didn't have the conference championship games like they do now. So we'll just say we would have beat them if we got to the end. But yeah, that was the last one, and that was one heck of a year. I think we had 3,000-yard receivers with Greg, Kealoha, and Royce Pollard, and Alex Green was a 1,000-yard rusher. Man, we were lighting up the boards, and we were having so much fun.
Yeah, and that was the 5,000-yard season.
5,000-yard
and
season.
the same season you threw for 560 passing yards. Yeah. And does that record still stand to this
I
day?
believe it still stands.
Okay.
As of today.
That's gonna be hard to beat 560 yards.
I will say that when they were going through the rough patches, I was like, well, at least my record will stand a little bit, you know. But I don't know. Timmy got the gang moving right now. Micah's doing his thing, so you know, I'm sure they'll have some games where they put up some numbers.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I know Micah's exciting. And this last season was really exciting. I actually went to a game. And it was a good game. I forget which one it was, but it was the one it started off with a interception or something, and then they ended up, but the guy, I think it was Stanford or something, or no, it wasn't Stanford. It was SDSU.
Okay.
And then the guy did. I don't know. I'm confusing the games because I watched the one on TV where remember the guy, he did an illegal hit or something, and they called back the touchdown.
If I'm honest with you,
you don't
I'm
watch it?
terrible on remembering plays and games, and it's all a blur to me.
Yeah.
Whether it was a game I was playing or a game I was watching, I have the hardest time recalling big things. You know, there's certain ones I can recall, but for the most part, it's all a blur.
All right. Well, we do have some questions from social media, and I think one of it is about some place. So hopefully you can jog your memory a little bit during our shishi break. But before we get into that, let's every episode we do a giveaway for our audience, and I ask the guests for a secret word or phrase that you can share so that they can send to my assistant for extra 20 entries into the giveaway. So do you have a word or phrase that you want to share?
Oh, let's go with drip. Drip mission.
That's a good one. So send
secret word
drip to Nicole at nicole@keepitaloha.com, as well as your favorite football, UH football player of all time. And you get extra 20 entries into this week's giveaway. All right, so let's take a shishi break and we'll be right back. I just wanted to say a big mahalo to our travel partner, Hawaiian Airlines, for supporting this podcast. One thing I always appreciate about Hawaiian is that no matter where you're headed, they always find ways to bring a little piece of home with you. Starting July 1st, they're rolling out a new onboard dining experience featuring meals created by Maui's own chef, Sheldon Simeon. So whether it's mochiko chicken and garlic noodles, a teriyaki chicken bento, or an island-style breakfast, you'll be able to pre-order your meal before your flight and enjoy a true taste of Hawaii in the air. And for our Kama'aina listeners, Hawaiian is saying mahalo to its Huaka'i members with a special launch offer. Huaka'i members can receive their first 2 pre-ordered meals free as they try out the new menu. They're also featuring local favorites like Anahola Granola, Diamond Bakery, Hawaiian Host, and Honolulu Cookie Company on board. Check out the new menu and book your next trip with Hawaiian Airlines. All right, we're back from a quick shishi break. Mahalo to Water in my Hydro Flask for providing the best quality shishi today. If you guys want to provide the best quality shishi on the podcast, make sure you guys reach out to us. Sponsor the episode. All right, let's get into the social media fan questions. The first one comes from Cali.girl. This person says, how does it feel to know your daughter is better than you at football? I'm his daughter.
Well, Cali.girl, you're not there yet. Keep working. No, but I love my kids, especially Callie. She's so competitive, and I see so much of me in her. Mm-hmm. Soccer, she's a good soccer player, a good volleyball player, a good flag football player. She's such me, and she's really good too, especially because. So she's played flag before, but receiver, and those kind of things. But so when they announced that girls flag was gonna be a high school sport. I was like, okay, let's see.
Oh, they did that? I didn't know that. That's awesome.
You didn't know they had the girls high
I don't
school?
follow anything.
Okay, so
Really? Yeah.
they just finished last season. Last year was year 2.
Oh, okay.
So 2 years ago, right? They announced that it's gonna be a high school sport. So I'm like, okay, we'll have tryouts and let's see if anybody can throw. And then like nobody could throw. And I was just like, oh, Callie, I think you gotta play quarterback, you know? And so we went to work. Started throwing, teaching her how to throw, how to read, how to play the position. And I mean, I that's the advantage of her being my daughter too, right? Is we can put in work at home, we can watch as much film, we can do all the things. And she did a heck of a job her first year, went all the way to the state championship. And even in her second year as both a QB and a receiver, she's a stud.
Well, she just throws it to herself.
Yeah. She wish. She wish she could. But you're not there yet, Cali girl. Keep working. Maybe.
Yeah,
you win a state championship this year, I'll bow down because I never did that. So
Didn't you win a state championship?
I didn't. We lost to Kamehameha.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, in football?
Yeah. For high school. We lost to Kamehameha. So
didn't it say it online?
Yeah. In the recent video the guy made, that was one of his errors.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't want to stop him from saying that.
Even when I look it up, it said.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did I? Maybe I didn't say it in my intro. I don't think I did.
So Leilua won the football state championship in 2007, but I graduated 2007. So that was a year.
Oh,
after.
okay.
So I don't know if that might have confused people.
Oh, okay.
I played in a state championship game my sophomore year, lost to Kamehameha.
But you were all state.
Yeah, I made all state.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
never did win the big one.
Oh, got it. Well, hopefully you make a 30 and over league in division. And
Here comes the 38U
yeah,
division.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win that state championship.
Can you make a league where you can't run faster than 5 miles per hour?
Walking football
walking.
league.
Yeah. You know how they just do the
Yeah.
fast walk?
Yeah,
You should do that. I'll join that.
there we go.
Yeah. All right. Next question comes from YK_Kamaile. This person says, what is the best play you have ever seen?
Best play I've ever seen. So one thing that I love about Nick Rolovich, who was my OC at UH, is he knew how to have fun. He knew how to make sure we had fun. So we had a play called, oh man, we had all kind of plays. Like he would make them funny names. Like they're trick plays, but it would be like, Chili with Mac. Like that was the name of the play. It was called Bombay You Learn.
I love that.
So and then I would come to the sideline, get the play, and and run back to the huddle. So I came to the side and say, Bombay You Learn. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Let's run it. And then it was like a flea flicker play, like where I hand it off to Alex. Alex turned around, toss it back. Then I launch it deep to Greg, and it worked. And I was like, yeah, Bombay You Learn. Yeah, so that was probably it.
Dang. What team was that? Like, can we look it up on YouTube and find it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can find that clip. I'm almost certain I've seen that clip recently. So I think it is on YouTube. Bombay You Learn.
I wonder if we can just throw it up on the TV or something. That'd be awesome. So you guys had all kind of trick plays like that.
Yeah. And man, I can't think whatever other names were, but he would always, usually like one a week. And not that we would always call him, but it kind of made practices fun. And, we'd kind of be like, oh, this is the fun play for the week. And whatever the name was. Yeah, all kinds of fun names like that. Like even he nicknamed all of our whole offensive skills. So like my nickname was Sandbox. And there was all kind of, it was fun.
I hear quarterbacks, they're saying all kind of different things. Like if you're watching NFL and they're like, oh, like Peyton Manning was popular for Omaha, and then they say all kind of different things. Is that just to throw off the defense, or is that actual like things that they're saying?
There is definitely dummy calls, but I think a lot of it is verbiage that is used, whether it's for cadence, or for checks. There definitely is. And for our offense, we didn't check too much, like because in the run and shoot offense, the plays are meant to work no matter what you run, right? If you're running man, our receivers are going to man break it. If they're running zones, if it's running whatever zone, I don't want to get too technical, the pretty much running to the open area. and we would always adjust. And as a quarterback, you just had to be on the same page as your receivers, and that's how you end up lighting up the defense. But there's those words are both. They're two-sided where there can be dummies, and then they actually mean something.
Okay, what was your stuff?
I didn't even say. I didn't think we had like. I will say that when I went to Canada, like their playbook was like kind of NFL-ish. It was like rebel right, 36 something, F shallow 2 jet, whatever, right? And it was just like that was a learning curve for me because UH's was a little more simple. It's like 80 Z choice or 90 switch Y out, and it was a little simpler in verbiage. But that was So it kind of just depends on what offensive scheme you get into.
Mm-hmm.
And like as a coach, for me, I try to keep it simple, not too verby, I guess. I don't know what, not a whole lot of verbiage because I've been in those shoes and like to think of like, all of the formation, the motion, the routes and the checks, because you also got to check protection, check to a different play. So I try to keep it as simple and let the kids play fast.
Yeah, smart, because we only public school education here. You give us too much. We're not like Kamehameha or like Queen Lilio Kalani, Eola, Imua, Hut.
That's funny too. Our like sometimes we play like Hawaiian immersion students or whatnot, and then like I know some people don't know. I know like basic. My daughter can speak fluent, but it'd be Ilima Iloko. It's going 5 and 8. Like I could be like, oh, I know what he's saying. So
that's funny.
But yeah.
So what has been your like favorite moment of your career?
Oh, I don't know if I can pinpoint one. I mean, there's a lot of games and times. When we beat Nevada, that was a big one. Colin Kaepernick was the quarterback. I don't think people were expecting us to win that. And I think another moment that was big for me was getting a call from Canada. That was kind of like my made it moment. I remember just kind of sitting there by myself, reading the email about making it, and then just kind of, like soaking in that moment by myself. I'm sure a few tears were shared, and I was just like, wow, I get to go play professional football. Obviously, it wasn't the NFL, but at whatever league you get to play and get paid to play,
Totally.
So awesome. It's a dream come true, and it's hard to pinpoint, but if I always tell people if I could ever go back, I'd go to high school. High school football is like the purest thing. I don't know about now because there's a lot of transfers and people not necessarily playing for their hometowns, but like in my days, like most people were from Wahiawa,
hometown hero,
playing for Lelehua, and we'd go battle with our crosstown rivals, Mililani, and have a lot of friends that went to Mililani, and like high school football is by far my favorite stop along the whole journey. Playing with my childhood friends, and representing our hometown is the best. Yeah.
I mean, I got some questions about that, so I'll go into it. But I will say, I mean, if you're probably just like me, where we both would have been in the NFL if we never hurt our ankle. So
100%.
Yeah, sucks. All right, the next question comes from Keola0615. This person says, what do you think about the Hawaii transfer portal?
I'm guessing he's talking about high school, which is the...
Wait, so Hawaii has a transfer portal
Unless
too?
he's talking about UH. I mean, because Hawaii transfer portal, as in like a lot of high school kids transferring all over.
Okay, maybe, yeah. I
we'll
was
address
thinking...
both
just
in case, right?
Okay,
so, because Keola, right, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just want to cover all bases for Keola. And, high school-wise, it's tough. I would love to see it back to where it was when I grew up. You play for your hometown, you represent your hometown, and may the best hometown win. But I understand, it's different times, and I think a lot of parents are trying to find the best opportunity for their kids, and back in the days, it was the best opportunity was you go to ILH, right? You go to St. Louis, you go to Kamehameha, Punahou in their eras. But now a lot of, Mililani's got a great thing going. It's hard to argue with. They got Mackenzie Milton, who had a heck of a college career before he got hurt. Dylan Gabriel's doing his thing, made it all the way to the NFL. Darius Muasau. Campbell's got a lot of studs. They just won the state championship. And it's tough. These parents are just trying to find, I think, the best place for their kid. And, they might go someplace and it's not there, and then they move to the next place, right? So it's hard. But I'm an old head. I would love to see everybody play and represent their hometown. Now, as far as UH goes, it's tough, too, because we're not a school that has money like USC, Ohio State, Tennessee, Alabama. We're talking about comparing varsity and Pop Warner, sadly, but that's just our truth, right? That's the reality of Hawaii football. We don't have that kind of money. But we do a great job, and Timmy does a great job with using the resources that we have, finding guys that are hungry to play and not necessarily for the money. And another good thing is you can go to UH, you can be a stud there, and then you can get picked up. Like I want to say the receiver Harris, right?
Yeah, that's
who
what I
went
was
to
thinking of.
LSU, I think.
Yeah.
Who's probably making a good NIL paycheck.
Receiver you over there.
Yeah, so that's kind of the battles, but yet also they're doing a good job with it.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because I've watched college football before and after the transfer for portal, and it's cool in a way where I think it's more even. I don't even think Indiana would have ever won in my life. I never thought they would have won, right? But because of the transfer portal, and there's teams that are upsetting these big schools just because
it's definitely evening out a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's evening the playing field.
Seeing the USC dynasties as much.
Yeah, but there's no loyalty anymore. That's the one thing.
Very true. Very true.
So I don't know how we feel about
but
that.
I don't blame them. You're 19, 20 years old. Here comes somebody offering a couple million. It's hard to say that. I would be nah, I'm good right here.
Offer me that, I'll sell out easily. Sponsors, offer me $1 million, I'll sell out. I'll promote whatever you want.
I tell you. Yeah. I would not be delivering these Papa John's pizzas no more. I'm out of here.
I did love the barbecue pizza from Papa John. That was my favorite.
I used to make some crazy pizzas.
Yeah, you could do the spinning.
No,
and everything.
not that. But after that, I would get it, and then at the end, I would just throw all kinds of stuff on top and just try this, try anchovies, try whatever, and yeah.
Can you still make a pizza to this day? When's the last time you made one? Do you make it homemade kind of at your house?
Not at my house, but I have a friend who has one of those ovens.
Yeah.
They make, and so we have done it, and it's a skill I have in my back pocket. Yeah,
one of many skills. All right. The other one was right there. Mock the Shock says, game on the line. Who are you throwing the ball to? Shout out Moniz to Yosefo 06.
Okay, so we're going to high school? Because he's talking about Martin, and Martin was my teammate in high school. And I think he's talking about Martin. There was a few Yosefos, but Martin ended up playing on the USA rugby team.
Oh, no
I think he still plays. He was a stud, and he had some huge hands, so he used to make one-hand grabs all the time in high school. If we're talking about college, man, it's so tough because Greg and Kealoha you need that duel, Devon and Grice, that dual receiver threat is in the run and shoot is what allows them to be so great. Because if you look back to 2010 too, any game that we lost, we either lost Kealoha or we lost Greg, and then we're down. So at that point, obviously defenses are going to shift to focus more on the guys that are our studs. But I gotta say, Greg was a dog. Man, he was the nicest guy outside, but once he put on the helmet, he was gonna catch it. he was gonna run you over, and he was gonna let you know too by talking shit to you. Like, yeah, trying to cover me again because it's coming right back to me.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it was, and man, he was special. Kelo with the ball in his hands was quick and swifty. It was, man, it was.
Was he the return guy too, Kelo?
He would return at times, and then we had Dustin Blount also returning. Ryan Henry also returning. Those two guys were our backup slots, and the hard part was they were all seniors. So when I came back my senior year, from the year before, first string, second string all graduated.
Oh, yeah.
So then we kind of started with brand new.
Yeah. UH I think we're known for having good quarterbacks, producing good quarterbacks, but man, the receivers have been some ballers too. I mean, I remember Colt Brennan, they had like three. Was it Jason Rivers, Devon Bess, and Bryce Mullen. Yeah. And like this have those three, and did they all have 1,000 yards?
I'm pretty sure, probably.
Yeah.
I know Rivers set that record in the Arizona State game. Was better than 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, our success, like I said, we had Royce Pollard too, and he was a 1,000-yard receiver. So we had 3 1,000-yard receivers. Like, I mean, when you study, you're like, who do we cover?
Yeah, right.
It's tough.
Yeah. I mean, that's that. If you look at the NFL, I mean, the best offense is, the Bengals, they got Chase and Higgins, Even the Rams, they had Devontae and Puka.
You gotta have.
Cowboys, George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb.
Need it.
Who you cover?
Who do you cover?
Yeah.
And then if you got a great running back, like we had Alex Green.
Yeah. Did he go? He went to Packers.
He got signed with the Packers.
Yeah.
And then did a career there, and then ended it in Hamilton together.
Okay, awesome. All right, next one comes from. This comes from my dad. He says it. He only says it in Hawaiian, so I'll read it and translate. Aole he ninau he olelo mahalo me ka ho'omaikai ka ho'ihi me ke aloha iaia ma kona ano he alapa oe. He ka'i oe, he makua kane oe, a he kanaka maikai. Yesu pu. He just basically says it's not a question. Yeah. Oh.
And then kanaka maikai, so like a good brada or solid brada. And I kind of can finish the rest.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically the gist of it. He was saying it's not a question, just like he wanted to say thanks and congratulate you and with pride and love to you in the way that you're an athlete, a coach, a father, and you're just a good person. And yesupu. Yeah.
Thank you, Uncle.
Yeah. And then the next one comes from Ty _the _homebody. This person says, where is field 3? The most important question.
Knew that question was coming. Just depends which way you look at it. Because if you go this way, it's 1, 2, 3. If you go this way, it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's still in the middle. Jesus. It's in the middle, guys. It's in the middle.
What if you're going from the sides?
Right, you know what's funny? So, okay, so I'll tell a quick story, right? I made a funny parody about all the questions people ask, and where is field 3 is a common one, and especially now. But before, they would ask, and I'm just like, bro, it's like there's 5 fields. No matter which way you go, 3 is going to be in the middle, okay? But now, I had one time, somebody asked me, excuse me, where's field 1? Valid question. Maybe you're looking this way or that way. You don't know. I was like, oh, it's right here's field 1. They're like, and then field 5? And I was like, oh. Bro, and I wanted to just joke it and be like, it's right next to field 1. We go 1, 5, 4, 2, 3. We just kind of keep everybody on their toes. But, I think a lot of people just don't know what to say after. It's just like, okay, enough. Field 3 or field 5? But
use your eyes.
Yeah.
Most times you can figure out the questions to the answers to the questions you have, the answers to the questions you have, if you just like be patient, just look a little bit. Because same thing happens. Like, for example, if I go to a restaurant and I'm walking and then I'm like, I know the bathroom's probably over here, but then I see a waiter. I'm like, oh, where's the bathroom? As I'm saying that, I see it right over there. And I'm like, oh, it's right there. Okay, never mind.
I think a lot of times people just want reassurance, right?
Yeah.
They just want to know, like, they're right.
Hey, just listen to your no. You got it.
Yeah. Sometimes just trust in yourself.
Yeah. And if not, just go to the team that's better and say your kid's on that team. All right. Last question comes from the slick guy, Sai.15. This person says, what's one thing you've learned that you still use today through football?
Hard work beats talent.
Mm-hmm.
Such a cliche one, but like I literally, my whole career was just made off of just outworking everybody. Like in the weight room. So that was the first thing I did when I got to UH. I'm a big gym guy, hard worker in the gym. And when I got to UH, they had these plaques in the weight room, and it had like all the records, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, here's your receivers record board, your QBs, and there's all the weight room records. There's squat, bench, 40 time, shuttle time, and like, I wasn't even thinking about playing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
All I was thinking about was like, bro, I'm gonna get my name on this board. So by the time I left, I had my face across that whole QB board. I owned
Wow.
every weight room record there was.
You're in the 1,000-pound club. I remember those
I mean, now I wouldn't have trained the way I did, but like I was strong. Like I also tied the pro day record for bench press for QBs.
Wow.
I did the 225 24 times.
Oh.
And tied with Brady Quinn. And if you know who Brady Quinn is, he's like 6'4", 240, like way bigger than me.
Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
So I was super strong, too strong, but I just love the gym, and I love outworking people, because in my head, like, if I outwork you here, then I'm gonna outwork you there, and like, and everywhere we go, like on the field, in the film room, I'm gonna watch film longer than you. You're not gonna beat me. Like, maybe you're more talented than me, but you don't want it enough that you're gonna be up till 12 at midnight watching film. You're gonna be at the weight room half an hour before you're supposed to be. Like, things like that is what carried me through my sports career and till now. As an entrepreneur, shoot, you gotta hustle. Like, your paycheck, my kids' food, it's all dependent on me going to work and busting my tail. So that's probably what I would say. Just hard work.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, that's the same mindset that I have. I mean, my football coach told me from very early on, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't want to work hard. That was ingrained into us.
For
And
sure.
it's so true. And that's the mindset that I have today. Like, yeah, you can start whatever, start another podcast, start whatever, but you're not going to work harder than me.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that you're going to outwork me. I mean, you can have better resources, you can be more talented, but you don't got that dog in you.
Gotta have the dog. And I mean, I don't want to, I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but like, I know there were guys that took kind of the opportunity for granted. Guys would come to practice drunk at times, and I'm just like, bro, like, oh, I'm definitely beating you, because you're thinking about, drinking and you're not even thinking about practice. Like, bro, I'm at home, like, I can't even sleep at night because I'm ready for tomorrow. So like, I just know, like, mentally, bro, I got this guy, like, okay, I'm gonna eventually pass you for sure. Now who's next? And like, how do I keep working my way through? And it's just something I always, carried and will hang my hat on, and sometimes it doesn't pan out, right? Because even when I went to Canada and when I was at Hamilton, starting QB was Jeremiah Masoli, and he's a stud. We also had Dane Evans, stud from Tulsa. Johnny Manziel was on the same team for a little bit.
What?
Yeah.
You have a Johnny Manziel story?
A few, but
oh my gosh.
But no, we were in the same. I was our QB room, right? It was Jeremiah Masoli, Johnny Manziel, Dane Evans, myself, and one more, Adams. Anyway, but he was from Oregon and Eastern Washington too. But I busted my tail every day, tried to give myself the best opportunity. But this Masoli was the guy, and he didn't do anything to lose his job, and he didn't get hurt. So you just wait, and you wait your turn, and you keep going to work, and you keep showing up at practice. I would run hard on special teams just to give the special teams a look, and but so I never did crack the starting lineup there. But I think people who were my teammates could vouch and say, like, oh, he always busted his tail and worked hard and did whatever coach needed.
Oh, awesome. I mean, it's good to be known as a hardworking guy.
Yeah,
I think
for
all
sure.
the coaches respect that. All the players respect that. Nobody likes the guy who's not giving all his effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's the
it'll
worst.
keep you. I believe it kept me around, because they knew, like I was working and I was, waiting my time, but I was hungry for the opportunity.
Yeah. You got to share Johnny Manziel's story. One of the greatest what ifs in football history. I know he's talked about. I've seen interviews on other podcasts when he, talked about him not taking it seriously, all the fame getting to him, and
Honestly, I feel bad for him.
yeah, I think he feels bad for him.
Like he came from Cleveland. At the time, he wasn't there. There was 4 of us, right? And then June Jones was our coach at the time, and he's like, "Okay, just letting you guys know, we're gonna sign Johnny." And of course, I'm like, "Great, it's one more guy to the room." And when you sign Johnny Manziel, he doesn't start back here; he goes immediately up here, right? So he's like battling with Masoli for the starting spot. Bumps us all back a little bit, and media-wise, there's maybe 1-2 guys at practice. Johnny Manziel shows up. There's like 30. Like the hype and the celebrity, I guess, so to say, was real. Like there was so much following him, and he just always used to wear a hoodie. Like even when we would travel for preseason road games and whatnot, like he just had a hoodie on because, not trying to be seen. Like I feel bad for people that, kind of got to live that way. Like it's tough, and just kind of eyes always on them. And I mean, I think that's the double-edged sword of being a celeb and being somebody. To me, he was always nice. He's nice guy. But just Johnny and there's I don't want to throw shade on anybody. That's not my personality.
I don't think
I will
you'll
say
see-
that they said, this is probably the slightest thing you could say, but it's like there's no sitting around at practice. Johnny would sit down at practice. And nobody would tell him to get up, or he would take a knee and just kind of be like this. But yeah, what are you going to do, right?
I think he would probably admit that.
Yeah,
I feel like
let's go with
from
that.
what I've seen, he's pretty self-aware of his downfall. And I don't think he'll ever see this.
Yeah.
And if you do, Johnny, for some reason, loved you in college.
He was electric in college. And then even when he got to Canada, I'll tell another funny story too. So he was slippery. I'll give him that. Like he was so slippery watching him on the field, and he throws a very nice deep ball. He has a lot of air on his deep ball. Throws a beautiful deep ball. Anyway, they ended up trading him away to Montreal. So that's what brought me back to Hamilton. So Montreal, we play them first game of the season, and he has a bad game against us. Like he throws like 4 picks. And they're so happy to have Johnny Manziel that even though he threw 4 picks, I want to say he made the tackle on the 4th pick, and the crowd went crazy. Like they were celebrating the interception and the tackle. It was like nothing I ever seen before. I was like, bro, are they cheering right now? Like, what? Because we were at their field, And I was just like, wow, this is wild.
That's crazy. Yeah, when you're that big, just breathing is an accomplishment.
Another star we got to play against was Ocho Cinco. He was in Montreal.
Oh, no way.
While I was in
What?
Calgary, so I got to see him on the field.
That was after he was with the Patriots?
I want to feel like this was his very last stint
Okay.
of football. Yeah.
Dang.
So pretty cool.
Super cool. Because he played into his 40s, yeah?
Oh yeah. In
Yeah.
his top shape, and yeah.
Crazy. Well, such cool stories. Well, mahalo everybody for the social media fan questions. Make sure you leave some for our next guest, and maybe a question will make it on the podcast. All right. We're coming to the back end of the podcast, and I know, you got a lot going on. You had an amazing career, you have the drip mission going on. You have, went from thousands of people screaming in Aloha Stadium to 5 kids screaming and yelling at home, probably. So life's a little different right now. But can you just share a little life update with us? Because over the last year, you've done some pretty amazing things that I want to highlight. Graduating, doing the marathon.
Yeah, I think when I talked about that valley earlier, right, and like maturing, it's like when sports ends, life doesn't end, right? So that was for me just the lesson I had to learn, and I had to find like new goals to set, new challenges, and that's because that's what athletes love is challenges, right? Like the challenge of making the team, the challenge of being the starter, the challenge of making our team great. So I just needed new challenges, and that's what I found. That's why I love entrepreneurship, because it's a challenge to start a business.
Challenge every day.
And every day.
Putting out fires. You should be a firefighter. I mean, there's so many fires you're putting out every day.
Yeah, seriously. And, but so last year I set the challenge of going back to school and finishing my degree. I'm a father of 5, and I definitely firmly believe in leading by example. Like I never want to be somebody that, do as I say, not as I do. Do as I do and as I say, So I went back to school to finish that, just to show my kids the importance of, finishing what you started, finishing school. Got my degree, ran my first marathon, and I hate running. I'm not a runner by any means. Like in life, I've never ran unless there was a ball I was chasing.
Yeah, or a
basketball,
guy's chasing
soccer,
you.
Somebody chasing me, right? Like that's the reason we run as athletes, but like just to run. So that was a new challenge for me. First time I have cramped up both quads. I'm like trying to finish the race, and there's like a 60-year-old lady just running by me like nothing. I'm like, oh. But so humbling, so challenging, and those are the kind of challenges that I love doing now. And then just the challenge of raising my kids to be good human beings, to be the best that they can be, and to shoot for the stars in whatever it is that they want to do.
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest challenge as a father right now, I think you mentioned before the podcast. Sometimes I mix up the conversation if it was before the podcast or on the podcast. But I don't know if you said it on the podcast that you have a kid in every stage, right?
Yeah, that was before the podcast.
That was before,
Yeah,
okay.
before.
Okay.
So right now I'm parenting in all stages. I have a 2-year-old, so we got a, infant, goes to daycare. I got a preschooler, 4-year-old. I got an elementary student, 7, 8 years old. I got a middle schooler, just turned 14, and I got an 18-year-old senior. So I'm parenting all levels right now. So if you need advice, don't ask me, because I'm trying to figure all 5 stages out right now. But it keeps me on my toes. It keeps me young. And that's also why I train, because I love to compete. And as you can tell, my daughter loves to compete. That's why she's already talking smack.
Yeah.
So I challenge my kids all the time to basketball, volleyball, whatever. I'm not a volleyball player, but I talk the most crap to Callie.
Yeah.
Like, let me show you how to do this. And I'll go and the ball just, whoop. That was one more time, but I love being a dad. Above everything else, there's nothing better than being a dad, because it's so special. Like from the time that I had Callie, I was a young dad. I was 19. And just to hold a little kid and then see her grow up. I mean, I was still growing up, and then raise a beautiful person. My daughter is such a great person. And then my son, all of them. Just to see these human beings, and they're all so different, and they take on their own personalities. And being a dad is the best, and that is the biggest joy of my life is being a dad.
Yeah. I think the second would be when they get drafted first round and you get the bag.
For sure.
That's why people have kids, is so you can raise a first round athlete.
I mean, to be honest, that's one of the reasons I went back to finish UH, because I'm hoping girls flag football becomes a UH sport, and you can't coach college without a degree. So after coaching Cali Girl this year, I look forward to the opportunity of UH girls flag football and to be like Coach Prime, if I get the job, cool. I'm going to definitely have my daughter, and to get another however much years to coach her, it'd be so cool. And then my son can sling it too, but I don't know, he's found a passion in basketball, and whatever my kids enjoy, I don't ever push them to be like me or to football or whatever. Like I just want them to be happy.
Yeah.
Because maybe football is not for them, right? And maybe sports isn't for them. Like my son loves to fish. Like he loves to fish. He loves to dive. I love to fish at Foodland. Like I'm guaranteed gonna catch.
Yeah.
It's gonna taste really good. It also comes with rice.
Yeah,
you know. I don't have the patience to sit here all day and like, bro, it's nothing biting.
Yeah, same like you.
But yeah, I just love being a dad.
Yeah. So, going back to school with 5 kids and you already have your business going, how hard was that? Was it online classes? Was it in person?
ChatGPT. No.
I know. I wish I had
No,
ChatGPT.
to be honest though, I'm gonna be honest. Like nowadays, like there's no reason that kids should not be passing school. Like I will say, as an athlete, it was tough. Like I had hard semesters, like trying to balance. Like we're trying to be great athletes, right? And then to spend all this time in school is like it's tough, you know, to balance that. And then I had a kid, you know, it's tough. But like balancing, you know, it's something you learn, especially from playing college sports. Like you got to learn how to balance life, sports, school, and wake up every day and do it over and over and over. But it was all online classes, and I will say that ChatGPT helps a lot.
Yeah.
Like if you're not using it, then
Yeah,
why
you're
wouldn't you
wasting
use
time.
resources that are available to you, right? I'm not saying you copy and paste exactly.
Yeah.
You still got to have your own mana'o, and you got to put in your own thoughts, and you got to do your own research. But man, they can help edit, and like
Yeah.
tools are there to succeed. Like nobody should fail school anymore. Like
Yeah.
if you're failing school, like that's just
You
because
ain't
you don't
trying.
care about
Yeah.
it. You ain't trying. And that was something I was always good at too. Like when I went to Fresno City, our coach, it was a class like kind of how to be a student, or you know, and they used to have this word slant. I think it was a sit up, lean forward, act interested, nod, track the teacher. And like this is a long time ago. This is 2007, right? But I still remember it. So like, you know, when you're in class, sit up, like lean forward, act interested, nod, and track the teacher. And like you're gonna get an A or at least a B. Like your teacher will know that you're paying attention, you're trying, you know what I mean? You're engaged in class. And then never to sit in the back. So that was something I always learned too, is to come sit in the front. It's like, all right, if you go and watch Max Holloway fight Conor McGregor, are you gonna want to sit way in the back, or you want to sit right up front? You know, so sit up in the front of the class. Same thing, right? Don't take the cheap seats. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I love Slack. Instead of sit up, mine just slouch. Everything else, I think I do on the podcast, but these chairs, you know,
Right, they are comfortable.
I can start like this, but you'll slowly see I just sink. Like if we time lapsed an episode of me, I'm like this. But was it like? Did you ever think like? So you're 37 and you're in this class with 18, 19, 20-year-olds, and you're not just thinking like they don't even know. Like I used to be a baller at UH, like Mike Alejandro. You ever heard of Bryant Moniz? You don't think about that, and like when you're introducing yourself, like do you maybe think like somebody's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I think I've seen you before. I heard of your name."
Honestly, I don't even feel like Bryant Moniz. Like, it's so long ago. Like to be honest, it's so long ago that it's like almost like it was a dream. It feels like it never even happened. Like I don't even know that person. You know, I mean, obviously yes, but and then when I go into classes and I introduce myself, like I don't ever think of like I'm just another brother. You know, so my class I had one class, my only in-class.
Or in-person class?
In-person class,
Okay.
yeah. In-person class. There was 3 of us.
Like
So,
you only had 3 people?
3 people in the class.
What the heck?
I was
There's
like-
classes
and this
that
was
small?
a 3-hour class.
Oh,
Because
my.
it was summer. It was a summer class.
Oh,
So when I went back, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do the summer class because it's like 6 weeks. You know, like I'll do it all one crack, 6 weeks. I don't want to be here for months. So the class was in class, had 3 students, and I'm just like, bro, I mean, at times with the slant thing, right? But at times I'm like, bro, there's no way you can hide in this class. Like
Yeah.
there's just
if you're
teacher,
tired,
1, 2, yeah, like yawning, and like this boy was like 18 years old. This girl was probably like 25. 24, and there's uncle over there. Just, bro, it was actually fun. Like I had fun with it. The teacher would talk and we would ask questions, and it was kind of like getting that generation's viewpoint, this generation's viewpoint, and then Kumu's viewpoint. Bro, it was interesting.
What class was it?
Oh man, which class was that?
Yeah, you wasn't paying attention.
It was Hawaiian politics.
Oh, Hawaiian politics.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it was like Paul's 4 or something.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
cool. I don't know. It's just because sometimes I'm just living my life. I'm walking around and I'm just looking at people. I'm like, these people have no idea. I got a PSA 10 Charizard just sitting at home. And I just have mad nunchuck skills, you know? Sometimes I just want to show it off, you know?
So let them know.
Yeah.
Go deep. Let me show you
Yeah.
real quick something.
I think if I score a touchdown at the celebrity flag football game coming up, I'll have a celebration. I had Pokemon packs in my pockets when I was in the basketball game, so I scored, and after I just ran to the other team and opened packs in front of them. I don't know who has the video, but it wasn't posted.
Yeah, it's funny because I know a lot of people don't know who I am, or don't know that I played and did all these things at UH, especially like the kids in the league.
Yeah.
Like there was some guy recently made a video, and then couple moms or whatever like, oh, my son is all stoked that he's like, he didn't know you played. He's like, they didn't know you played quarterback. And then even when I was coaching, and then like a kid once came to practice, and these are like little kids, and they're like, Coach, you're on YouTube? And it was like blew their mind that I was just on YouTube. And even I've done so many things. I've done Uber, Papa John's, right? And even Ubering, like, never really got recognized, like maybe a couple times. And the one time was funny because it was like a young girl, and I was like, and she's like, oh, hey, you're Bryant Moniz, right? Like you played for UH? I was like, yeah. Like, how do you know that? Like I would think it would be like an older gentleman or something. It's like, oh, my dad is a big UH fan. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, you had the long hair back then.
That
was your look.
After UH, I cut my hair, changed my look.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe that's my incognito look right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I do want to make sure you get your flowers. I mean, in my lifetime, there's 3 big quarterbacks: Timmy Chang, Colt Brennan, and you at UH. You know, we'll see if Micah Alejado becomes the next great.
For sure.
Cole McDonald was in between.
Yeah,
he had a good
did some
career.
great things.
Yeah, but especially as a local boy, you know, like Timmy was local, Colt Brennan wasn't local, but he became. If there's anybody who got the honor of Hawaiian at heart or like Hawaii, but it would be Colt Brennan. I don't think anybody would deny it.
Yeah,
like this holiday, he's Hawaiian.
He's one of us.
He's one of us.
Yeah.
He's invited to Honor Luau.
Yeah.
Like nobody would ever, blink an eye at that.
Right.
But to have like a local boy as one of like the UH legends, because we have a lot of people that come and play and not from Hawaii, and they're good. But to have a local boy represent and be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time at UH is so cool, and like people get inspired by that.
Thank you. I'm honored. And I took it to heart when I got to represent our state. They never used to come out with the Hawaiian flag. That was something that I
started that, yeah.
They used to have the American flag, and I used to be like, Coach, any team can run out with this flag. Like, we're Hawaii. We're Hawaii's team. Can I come out with the Hawaiian flag? And Coach Mack was cool with it. So I started coming out with the Hawaiian flag, and that became my thing. And then, it carried on, and I think they still do it. Just a couple of times they got upset because we would leave the American flag, and I was like, Coach, like anybody can come out with the U.S. flag. We're all from the U.S., right? But it's like, oh, you gotta come out with boat. I was like, oh, okay. So I would run out with the Hawaii flag, and then the U.S. flag would come after.
Okay. Yeah.
So, like, only thing better than representing your hometown is representing your home state, and I had the honor to do that.
Yeah, awesome. Such great memories. All right, so what's next? For Bryant Moniz. Or we got ultra marathon. Preparing for that. Celebrity boxing. Like, what can we expect?
It's funny because after I finished the marathon, right, and that was brutal. then like my feed was getting blown up with like these ultra marathons, these 50 milers, 230 miler.
Crazy.
I'm like,
high rocks.
yeah, I'm just like, no, like I think I'm good on that. Like I satisfied that itch. But I don't know. I mean, business. I'm so into entrepreneurship and businesses and seeing how I can grow and what I can do. There's some things cooking up, and maybe it'll become something, maybe not. The Drip Mission has been awesome. We've built a great company and a great experience for the kids, and we have an awesome community of players and families that have been a part of us for a while now. For I think it's like maybe 2 years. This is going to be our third. Or we're wrapping up 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. You know, I'm still chasing dreams of. I mean, entrepreneurship is one that you never stop chasing, right? Because there's always what is the next step?
Yeah,
right?
you just have millions of ideas all the time.
Ideas all the time, and that's probably the worst thing. My other half, she hates because I come to her. Oh, what about this? Like, bro,
Enough already.
enough. she's heard it all, and she's just like she's seen it all. She's seen me fail, but you know, I don't know what's next. Definitely, I'm trying to get the Drip Mission to the mainland.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to become more of a national brand and hold events and tournaments up there. I firmly believe that ours is the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the experience that we provide is way different than anything else. You know, whether you come and win all your games or lose all your games, you're gonna have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And we raffle off prizes. Guys have won. Man, thousands of dollars. We've given away almost $50,000.
Dang.
We raffled off a $10,000 prize at the last celebrity game, so we gave that to a team. We just played a deal or no deal game with a team.
Oh, that's cool.
It was super fun, where they could win from $1 all the way up to $2,500, yeah. So I love having fun. You know, I'm still youthful at heart. Mm-hmm. I try to have fun with my kids, fun with the league, and I want to enjoy life. Mm-hmm. I saw something that like I'm at, because you're almost there, but 37, 38 is kind of like the halftime of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're at 50%, like on the average lifespan. So it's like, okay, coming out of half, like how do I want to spend the rest of the third quarter, fourth quarter of life, you know? And I want to travel the world. I want to see the world, and I want to impact lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the Drip Mission is about, impacting lives and helping kids to enjoy the sport that I love. So,
Yeah. What was the idea behind the name Drip?
So it's evolved. Mm-hmm. It initially was going to be a clothing brand. I had the pleasure of being Paul Lele's personal trainer for a few years.
Oh, no way. Yeah.
And I got to see, you know, the hi-fi machine and kind of,
Yeah. It's a
it
machine
inspired
for sure.
me. And I was just like, oh, I want to do something like this. And then I was very into fitness and into working out. So I was like, oh, drip, you know, like sweat, drip sweat. So Drip was going to be a clothing brand, and still is, you know, it's kind of still working towards that. And then, you know, the mission was to kind of spread that out, you know, like inspire people to move, inspire people to live healthy. And I think we're still doing that in a way, you know, more so right now through the game of football and through kids, but we do have adult events as well. But I think eventually that's, you know, growing that to be like a Nike or, you know, something like that. I think that's the ultimate goal for the Drip Mission.
Okay. My question I want to know is, are we going to have other sports for celebrity games?
Yeah.
Are we going to have a soccer game? Are we going to have we could do basketball, volleyball.
So we did, so in event space, I've done alumni flag football the longest. It's like this last year was our 10th year. And that's where holding events started. And then we used to do alumni basketball. We've done that. We did like 3 years. And then COVID happened and I didn't bring it back. We also ran an alumni soccer event this past year. maybe I didn't get the word out enough. We only had 2 teams, Lelehua teams that faced each other, but it was still fun, you know. But I think, you know, the celebrity game last year was so much fun, and it was so cool to see all these people from different walks of life and different careers, musicians, Irie Love and Johnny Sweet, and then we have Kamaka Diaz, and
still on injured reserve. But I will say, I think out of the celebrity, I'm just putting quotations because it's a term that other people throw out. But I think that I am the best athlete out of everybody. I will say that on record, and that's why I'm so excited to get healthy. Because I wanna prove to everybody that like, oh, this guy's just not a podcaster. Like, I mean, soccer and football are my main sports, but I could play basketball. I can play volleyball if I need to. Baseball, I've never played baseball in my life. I'm pretty sure I could hold my own. I could hold my own in all sports, I would say. Go. Like I need your celebrity games so I can prove that. That's where I'm getting
make it happen. We'll make it happen.
But I need to get healthy first.
Yeah, we gotta focus on the first things first.
Yeah.
Getting back to play, getting healthy, getting cleared, and then but it is so much fun. Shane Gitchum, YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
Social media guy. Magic Mike, comedian. It's so fun. Chad, you got a football Hall of Famer. We've had so much people come and play the game and made for an awesome day. IA, Russell, Satele, like the list goes on of all the celebs that came. I'm so thankful to them. And then this year, we're rounding up our celebrities for this year's game, and there might be a few guys from last year out there as well. But I definitely could see us doing multiple sports throughout the year. Should make it like a series almost. Maybe the same team and they'll face each other
in different sports. Yeah, that's good.
So
that's
they'll
cool.
face each other in football, and then they'll face each other in soccer. Then they'll face each other in basketball, and then almost like a World Series of celebrity.
Yeah, like Olympics, celebrity Olympics. Yeah. That's cool. I'm down to support that.
This is why I love entrepreneurship.
Yeah, we just talk right.
It's just fun.
Exactly.
You just shoot it off the top. You just create, and then it's like, oh, let's do it. That could be cool. Yeah.
I want soccer next because I just know like most people don't play soccer at a high level.
Yeah.
So I know like basically all the people that played, like you could be a really good football player, or basketball player. Soccer is different because you use your feet. Like nobody knows how to use your feet. Yeah. So I know like out of everybody there, I don't know. I want to see them
confident now.
Yeah, feeling confident. Yeah. So I actually have to get better because people are gonna watch this and be like, he's talking big.
They're gonna expect a bicycle goal, or they're gonna expect the worst.
I will do that.
Oh.
I played softball once in my lifetime. It was in Madagascar. It was like my third year in the city with some expats. It was like the expat team versus like some Malagasy people, and it was my first time playing, and I got the MVP. So I will say that I have a scar from like catching it. They put me in the outfield, and like first time, boom, somebody launches it out, and I just jump, grab it. They're like, oh, and then another one was like a foul ball that was hit like out, and I just sprinted and like dove and caught it, and I have like a big scar from.
And this is the first time playing.
First time playing.
Just diving, making catch.
Yeah, and I hit the game winning the hit. But I mean they just toss it, so. Yeah.
Softball's still tough.
But I like because I played receiver, so right, so it's like same kind of fundamentals.
One thing I wanted to cover real quick is that kids play multiple sports. A lot of kids play only one sport, and just like you were just saying, that reminded me of it is like I felt like even when I got up to the CFL, like there was DBs that I felt like they lacked kind of the hand-eye coordination of like playing the ball in the air. Mm-hmm. That like if they just played baseball growing up, they probably would have been in the NFL. Like just that skill that you learn from playing different sports, like baseball, will help you in football, and vice versa. Whatever the sports, they all cross over somehow. And I encourage kids all the time to go and play new sports, try different things, and you might fall in love with something. Because like for me, I didn't grow up playing football, right? It was something I tried in 6th grade, and then didn't like it, fell in love with it, and that was it, right? Before that, I was all baseball, all soccer, all year round. But then, that was something I fell in love with. So try new things, and you never know what's going to be the one thing you really love.
Yeah, totally. And even if it's not your main thing, it's like you said, the skill set's going to help you in everything. And even outside of sports too, right? There's so much that that sports teaches you in life. But Olin Kreutz talked about that, how, he played basketball and other sports, and that helped him with football. Yeah. So do everything. And then even if you do jiu-jitsu, if you get in a fight, at least you can tap somebody out.
So true. I mean, I never did individual sports like that. I trained MMA and boxing like as a cross training.
Yeah.
Never competed, but there's so much skills. And like you said, even outside of sports. So I started introducing my kids. I took them to a theater play because I wanted them to see acting, And I want to say I'm going to plug them in right now. I think it's like Aloha Arts or something like that, because when I was at UH, the class that I had to go to these shows, and that's how I discovered it. I was like, oh, this is so cool. It's like, I want to show my kids, like maybe that's something they're interested in, So as parents, that's kind of our job to expose our kids to all these different avenues, because you might have the next Keanu Reeves right in your living room, and all you got to do is take them. So beyond sports, expose your kids to a lot of things.
Everything, yeah. All right, I'm gonna make this a specific question so I can post it on social media, just because I want people to see, and I want to see what your answer is. Okay, so you do the celebrity flag football game, maybe other celebrity sports. If you could do a celebrity boxing match in Hawaii, if it's possible, I don't know what the rules and regulations would be, but like, who would you wanna, like, if you're the matchmaker, who would you put on the card?
Well, you gotta find
Max Holloway ref, because he would just beat all of us, so he has to be the ref. He can't compete.
That's just unfair.
Yeah.
This would actually probably be a really good event, to be honest, right? If you look, I just realized I said "to be honest" a lot in the podcast. That's my new thing, I guess.
To be honest, I didn't even notice.
To be honest, if you look at the boxing world, right, and Jake Paul, right, and his promotion, like, and all the guys that have been fighting, like Johnny Manziel just fought. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
So
did he win?
He did.
Yeah. Okay.
He did.
I remember.
And Ray J just fought. Like, they're making
Ocho Cinco has fought.
Yeah,
Terrell
all
Owens,
these matches,
yeah.
right? And like, it's entertainment at the end of the day, right? And so I think if we could match up a bunch of people, and especially if there's already a little bit of beef there, that's gonna help. There's always drama online, so you could find two people that's been going at it and be like, "Hey, you guys want to settle this?" But then you just kind of put people together. Like, not that I want to see them fight, but like, if I'm thinking entertainment wise, like, people are gonna want to see comedians face each other. So like a Tumua and
Magic Mike.
Yeah, and our singers going at each other.
Yeah.
Who would you have?
I don't know if I'd want to put anybody against Johnny Sweet.
Oh, yeah,
that guy is a tank. I never seen somebody that big run so fast.
I don't think
in my
nobody
life.
wants to face him. Whoever we put him with is gonna just
put me against
concede.
him. I'll just go straight ground game the whole time, and I'm not gonna stand up. Just go for the ankle. Why can I think of ankle lock?
Yeah,
leg lock. Yeah.
Then you could go, I don't know, old athletes facing each other. Chad fought that one MMA fight.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Chad fought an MMA fight in between his CFL career, and that was a big thing.
Oh, he might have said that. Yeah.
So there's different, like,
Chad Owens versus Johnny Sweet. That's a pretty good matchup. I mean, height difference a little bit.
Chad's got
but he's got mass.
Some beef on him now. That could be something there. That if I had to think of somebody to fight Johnny Sweet, I mean, there's not much people that would make that list because, like you said, he's a big dude. He's athletic.
Yeah.
And who else is there?
Who
would you fight?
I don't know. I think about this. I don't think I'm a fight. I don't know if I've never been in a fight. I'm not like I'm an ELE guy.
Who would you say is your equivalent?
if I had to fight somebody, like if I'm just matchmaking.
Yeah, just matchmaking.
In Hawaii, let's see. I also want to say Bra Cruz just because he's funny and I know him.
Yeah.
And he would love this stuff, but I wouldn't. That's not my matchmaker, but he would be a good matchmaker.
Yeah. Funny guys.
I feel like he would do it too.
Yeah, guarantee you would do it. I don't know him. I don't know him.
Yeah.
You want to play in a celebrity game?
Yeah. Bring him. He's
he. Those kind of guys I think would be awesome, because they're always creating content and like they're gonna hype it up and people are gonna buy into it, and at the end of the day everybody's gonna come that night. We create a safe atmosphere for people to compete and then for people to enjoy and have fun. And
yeah.
I could see it really happening. It could be.
I think, if you can find like how to do it or where it would be, and maybe you rent out the Blazer Arena or something.
There's no way.
I can't think of anybody, but just because it's my friend and I just played golf with him, I would go Shane.
Yeah.
He's taller than me and
that's
probably
a tough matchup.
a lot.
He's tall.
But I want the challenge. And like it's a local boy, Cali boy.
Yeah.
He's in media just like me. So
Shane's a good one too.
yeah, I might lose.
But that is
But I could at least like mess with him because I know him.
Yeah.
It would be for fun. It wouldn't be like there's bad blood.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there was actual beef, I feel like the event would just be all for fun.
Yeah,
Exhibition, just kind of just to get in there. Friend, spar.
Yeah.
Maybe like a 2-minute round or like 2 or 3 rounds, headgear, safe, everybody safe, and just fun. Now, if they wanted to go a little more, then that's on them for decide. But did you used to watch Celebrity Deathmatch growing up?
I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Or do you remember the Bully Beatdown? With
Our Bully
Mayhem
Beatdown?
Miller? Yeah.
Yeah. Like that kind of stuff would be cool.
Yeah. I always wonder, like I've done everything and I'm like my talent too is like I can be like pretty good at anything. Like if I did the kendama like right here, I could, I don't think I've ever done kendama, but like I think as somebody athletic, like you can like pretty much like figure it out, right? There you go.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my
iPad.
Can you do it?
Oh, on the spot.
On the spot, on the
My kids been
podcast.
playing this all the time.
Yeah. But basically, I'm saying
Yeah,
I've never tried fighting. You
small
gotta use a
cup,
bigger
small
side. Yeah.
I see the trick
You
there.
see
I
what
see the
I
trick
did?
there.
Yeah.
The kids all.
Yeah. There you go.
And then,
It's hard sitting down.
Yeah.
But basically,
Try
I've never
sitting down,
tried
guys.
fighting, so I have no idea how I would be. I would like to think I'm athletic enough to hold my own, but I don't know.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say. I mean, for myself, like I said, I used to train
Yeah,
just
so
for
I
the
mean-
cross training aspect. I would be all right, but playing matchmaker is a lot more fun than being the guy inside. Especially at this age.
Maybe I'll be the announcer. I don't know if I.
Yeah.
I also don't want to hit somebody. I think
I
that's
feel
like my
like-
biggest thing.
This is on YouTube, right? Or
Yeah.
on Instagram. So put it in the
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah.
Who you guys got to help us match make all these matches, and who would be good matches and great entertainment, and make it happen.
We could make it happen.
Oh, for sure,
I think we can make it happen. But we need to know like if people are interested and like who would the matches be and who would, if you're a celebrity or somebody
if you want to compete,
that wants to compete, let us know.
Somebody that
Yeah.
there's somebody you want to challenge.
Call out somebody.
Yeah, bro, it could happen.
Okay,
for
let's start
sure.
some drama with this post. All right, so before we start to wrap up the podcast, I gotta know if you have a life hack that you can share with us.
My life hack now is gonna be: don't be afraid to ask questions, and don't be afraid of no. I think so much stuff that has happened for me recently has just been because I went for it and wasn't afraid to ask. Wasn't afraid to, hit you up and be like, hey, come on, we're having a celebrity game. Would you be interested in playing? And then, a friendship came from that. And we've done some other things after that. And, I think a lot of people kind of disqualify themselves before even trying, and maybe that's a marathon. Like, oh, I cannot do that. Like, what do you mean you cannot do that?
Yeah,
Like, you
try.
can. Try. There's so much walks of lives that do that thing. And that was the cool thing for me, like seeing kids all the way up to like grandmas, grandpas coming across, all walks of life, all sizes, running the marathon. I think it's such a cool event. But yeah, I think that's my life hack is don't be afraid of no. I know it's tough to get no's because I've had a lot of no's, and now I'm getting more comfortable with hearing no, and just know that okay, then the next one might be a yes. The next one. Just keep going and keep trying and keep asking. Don't be afraid to ask questions if you don't know how to do it, because there's a lot of things like if I don't know if I wanted to do a podcast, I'm gonna hit you up and I'm be like, hey, come on, point me in the right direction, and sometimes people are glad to help. Sometimes people are busy and can't help, but you don't know until you ask. So it's kind of, I guess, in local terms, is if you quiet, you can starve, right? Like that's the local saying, right? So don't be afraid. Go out there and
Don't buy, you learn.
Yeah.
I gave you that look when you first said it because the first thing that came to mind when you said don't be afraid to ask question was, where's Field Tree?
Unless it's Field Tree. Stop asking that
I was
question.
like, are you sure you want to share that? Because they're like, oh, he doesn't mind if we ask. Oh, where's Field Tree?
But yeah, don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid. And don't stop living. Don't stop chasing. I think so much people as adults, we get into our 30s and 40s and, it's like start hanging it up and this is what life is like. Wow, there's still so much life left and there's still so much that you can do. And I used to run a gym and it was called the Warriors Den, and we would train like adult classes and like I felt like that was a fun thing that I enjoyed in that business, was just seeing adults transform and like fall back in love with their selves, their bodies, their fitness. And I remember one of my boys, we used to go boogie board. And he's like, bro, I haven't boogie boarded in so long. Like, this feels so good, and bro, that could be you. Like, just go, don't be ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, you get one life, live it to the max and go for it.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, great advice. So when you're in your 30s and you haven't done anything in a while, or like you're just busy with life, work, and you go to the beach or you just hang out with the friends, play some board games or whatever, that always happens. Like, why don't we do this more?
Yeah.
You go
For
camping,
sure.
like, I haven't been camping in years. Why don't we do this more? We always end up in those situations, right? Instead of just doing it. So it's a good reminder for sure. I also forgot to ask you about keeping it aloha. It's the name of the show. It's something I try to do every day of my life. So I wanted to know, in your life, how do you keep it aloha?
For me, I want to say through my actions, through the drip mission, in that environment that we provide, we keep it aloha on the field. Like, let's compete, and when the game is done, like, we'll shake hands and treat everybody with respect. I want to say on the daily, that's probably how I keep it aloha. Is just in the space that we provide, keeping it a safe space, a fun space, and a space where all these families can come and compete. But I think so much times that's why you see it all the time where parents get into it, coaches get into it, and in the heat of battle, right? It's so competitive, but man, like we're all the same. We're all brothers and sisters from Hawaii. Like, I think to change the viewpoint of being like seeing that team as an enemy or an opponent, like one day that might be your teammate. When you go to high school, when you go to college, like that might be your best friend. Maybe comes from that team, right? So I think right now we gotta see it differently. Instead of being enemies, we're just all in the same boat trying to compete and elevate each other, right? So it's not about us versus them. It's about the Lahuis, right? All of us rising together, and I think bringing that perspective to sports is how I've been keeping it aloha.
I love that. It's a kako thing.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
100%.
Awesome. All right. Last question, then we're going to start to rip some packs and then get you out of here. What is one thing you wish people knew about you that they don't?
I don't cry.
They know that now.
Unless it's movies or my kids. Like, I'm a movie connoisseur. I love movies. Movie theater, popcorn. my favorite, my ultimate date.
Yeah.
So
We're
like
the same person.
So like when I was in Canada, I would go to the movies every week. I think up there Tuesdays was the cheap night too.
Yeah.
So I'd watch movies every week. And funny because at one point I watched like every movie and all that was left was like some kid movie. And then I took my roommate with me to this movie and I was like, bro, we already watched everything. So we used to watch. And then well, it was so awkward because the two of us walking into this kid movie, everybody walking in with their kids, and we're just sitting there eating popcorn. I was just like, bro, this feels so awkward, but
Just be like, oh, I forgot my kid in the other theater.
I know. So when I bought the tickets, there was like a family right next to me, and I was just like, ticket for one, and then my kids they're coming. Like I just like for whatever it was, I want to say I was like, bro, let's go one for Little Mermaid. And
Yeah.
like, like they're looking at me like, bro, but yeah, I love movies.
That's the
my
same.
favorite.
I used to work at the movie theaters at Coco Marina in Hawaii. Yeah, when I moved to Oʻahu.
I mean, I can eat popcorn like almost every day.
Yeah, I love the movie
Multi-crunch,
popcorn. Even the
the
food,
best.
they have food now. Like I like the honey chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Like I prefer to eat dinner at the movies now.
I'll even go and buy popcorn and not even watch a movie. Like I'll just go to the theater and
Yeah.
get the popcorn and then go home.
Wait,
and watch.
which one do you go to?
Middle one.
Consolidated?
Yeah,
Do
consolidated.
you have the premium subscription?
I want to say I don't know if I do or not. I'm a member. I don't know if I have the premium.
Let me sit up for this, guys. I don't
Okay.
work for the theaters. This is not an advertisement, but I've been so adamant about getting everybody to sign up for the premium subscription at Consolidated Theaters. It's the best deal ever. And now movies ain't cheap now with 5 kids.
Nope.
But so this is how we do it. It's a monthly subscription. I think it's like $11 a month, $11 to $13 a month. I don't remember. Cheaper than an actual movie ticket, but you get a free movie ticket. You get 10% off of concessions, and you get 4 discounted tickets every month. So we just went to Spider-Man a couple weeks ago, and we got 5 tickets for less than $40. And you get 10% off of the concession. And if you sign up, you get like a free large popcorn. Then you can get the refill. It's the best deal. I don't know why more people aren't doing it. I don't know if they don't advertise it. But if you go to the movies once a month, you get your money back.
I go once a week.
You gotta get
But
this
here's
for
my okay. So
subscription.
here's my hack, and maybe I don't want to share this because then the movie's gonna get crowded.
Oh, you slide the ticket through the.
Well,
you sneak the
Tuesday-
kid.
Tuesdays
Dude,
is-
that's a big bag you got over there. Daddy, I can't breathe.
I'll give 2 hacks then. So right now, Tuesdays at Kapolei Consolidated is like $5 or $6.
Mahalo Tuesdays.
Yeah. So any movie that I watch with my kids, it's on Tuesdays. They don't get to watch movies any other day.
Yeah.
But me and my other half will go on whatever to go to Milani. And the other hack that I used to do was save the large popcorn bag. So like it's a free refill.
You can't do that anymore.
Yes,
though.
I know.
I just learned that. They're on to us. They start dating. I didn't
They
realize
date the
until
bottom of
because
the bag.
I save it and I give it to people like if I didn't use it,
Right.
like coming in and like, oh, you want it? But sometimes I'll take it home and we went outside the theaters and I was like, oh, you want to take this to my friend? He said, oh, you can't do that anymore. And then I looked at the bottom and they date it now.
Yeah, so I used to do that, and then because I can't eat 2, but I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, the regular is like $10, the large is 11. I'm gonna buy the large.
The best deal is always
Yeah.
to get the
So I
biggest,
just
yeah.
get the large, but so we'd eat one, and then I'd save the next one, and then the next time I come, I get it. But so you can't do that no more. But when I was in Canada, they had no clue, and I used the same bag the whole year. But every time you go, right, they're like, oh, can I get a refill? And then they give you a new bag. So my roommate was like, bro, said, what are you doing? And I was like, how come you got the bag? And I told him, and I was like, bro, don't ever pay for popcorn. You just said one time, and you use this bag over and over and over. So we did that the whole time, and yeah, that was my other
only
hack.
happens in Canada because they're too nice to tell you no.
Yeah, for sure.
That wouldn't happen in Hawaii.
Hey, bud, you're good.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, and everybody, get the premium subscription for Consolidated Theaters. It's the best deal.
I'm gonna have to do it now.
Yeah, and even if you're still doing the Mahalo Tuesdays, you still get 10% off of concession.
Yeah.
And then you rack up the points. So like I got like $50 of points that I can use on whatever now.
Yeah, I usually have a lot of points because,
Yeah.
like you said, 5 kids at movies is not cheap. And even the 2-year-old wants his own icy. Like he's fighting to drink the whole thing. And
Yeah. Do you get the combos and you turn the large drink into an icy?
oh
do you
yeah,
ever do that? Okay.
yeah. I think it's number 2 is a large popcorn and 2 large
Yeah,
drinks,
yeah, that's
and
what
then
you gotta
instead
do.
we get the
Yeah. You save a couple dollars.
and then save a couple of dollars by sneaking in Mochi Crunch.
Yeah, yeah. No, youths. I don't even think they care anymore. When I was working at the theater, people would come by. I'd just be like, if I see their stuff, I'd just be like, in front of them. I don't see anything.
Just
So
a
yeah.
big pouch.
No, just walk in with a tote. I just have everything in there. I got my water. I just walk straight in. They don't even say anything.
I mean, I still buy now and then, but
yeah,
especially
if
if
I
we forget. yeah.
Other than that, no way. You get that Costco,
Yeah.
the
Right,
tomoe.
Costco,
out of
but
there.
Costco been slacking on Mochi Crunch. They don't ever have
Man,
it.
you understand the problems that I go through in life.
This
I don't.
is-
So I gotta buy like 2 at a time because they go through those droughts where they don't have it, and I don't know
It's
why.
been a while.
It's been a while, so we're empty. We just finished our bag.
I think I gotta
Yeah.
buy a Sam's Club membership because
Yeah.
I believe they have Mochi Crunch, the big red bag.
But it's the different brand, right? It's not the tomoe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's different. But I know last time we went, they had, and it's brutal. We need the Costco size Mochi
I know
Crunch
you need it.
because the one they give, although I feel like that one tastes really good for some reason, it's just too small.
yeah.
Like you divvy that up, you're probably getting like 6 Mochi Crunch each per person with a family of 7.
Yeah.
It's not working.
The Costco out of there is gonna be like Pokemon cards now. People are just gonna get like 10 at a time because they just don't have that many. They can't keep up with the demand.
Yeah, then they're gonna be
Yeah.
slanging Mochi Crunch outside.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad we bonded over our love for movies and popcorn. All right, so my love for Pokemon.
Now that I don't have.
You don't have. All
I
right,
don't
so we have 2 different sets over here. You can choose one. So basically, what we do, we keep ripping until we get a hit, and at the end of the year, we're gonna compile all the hits that we get on the podcast and give it away to somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. So just
I'm gonna have to go with
which
this
one got the hit?
lion-looking one right
Okay,
here.
okay. That's Pyroar, I think. Here, I'll do a pitch black. All right, so we'll rip it. So what you do is you make a little puka at the top.
Okay. I have butter on my finger.
Yeah.
Went to the
I
movies
shouldn't have
before this.
eaten that butter popcorn.
Oh, brah.
No. So you go
Where am
like
I
this. It's
going?
easier than you think. You see this back?
Yeah.
You just pull it.
Pull this part.
Yeah, you see you make the
Oh,
puka.
okay, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Starting
then
to get there.
You go
Okay, now I
you
got it.
open it.
I feel
open
like
the
Willy
spine.
Wonka right now.
Golden ticket.
I got the golden ticket.
Yeah. Then this back card you just throw out. That's just a player's card.
Okay.
And the back card you put to the front.
Back card to the front.
Yeah. And then you flip it up, and we like to guess the color of the energy. So I would say like green for a leaf. Okay, it was purple. But just guess a color.
I'm guessing red. Fire.
Close. That's fighting.
pretty close
yeah,
to red.
we call that power to the people. And then you just show it to the camera, and you just take it off one by one. And the good cards are at the back. So you see how it gets to like the shiny ones. And I didn't get anything. You'll know if you got something good because it'll be like a full art card.
I mean, I used to watch Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
and I know as far as like the main one, Squirtle,
Yeah, the original
Pikachu,
151.
you know, Charizard.
Yeah. Are you into anime at all?
I'm not an anime
Oh, okay.
person either.
Okay, let's see if you get
What we
something.
got? Last one right here.
Ooh, we both got cooked.
Hey, but I did say red.
Yeah.
Fire.
Here, we gotta go again. We gotta we go until we get a hit to give
Oh,
away.
okay.
Yeah. So it's called Rip Till You Hit.
Rip till we hit.
Yeah. But did you see the new Spider-Man?
No, that's the next movie
you
I
seen
gotta
it?
go.
What about the Odyssey?
Oh, I haven't watched that yet.
Oh, you
either.
liar. You're not one movie guy.
Well, the last I don't want to say the last movie I just watched because it's a little rated R, but
Obsession?
No.
Or no?
I don't even know if it's in theater anymore. It's Sex with Him or something like that. Like
Oh, I think I seen the trailer. With who's the actress?
or Sex with Me. Hey, I forget the girl's name. But
Emily Blunt? No. That's
Is that her
she was in Disclosure.
I mean
Day.
the girl is a popular actress.
Yeah.
I forget her name.
I
But
saw the trailer.
what's
Or
funny
not
because
the-
I went to the window and like asked the guy for the movie and like had a kid next to me, so I didn't want to be too loud. Then I was just like, can I get 2 for? And then he's like, huh? Then I had to just like say it loud to him. I was just like, bro, come on, catch the hit on what movie I trying to watch.
Was it good? Is this one of those like
Yeah,
rom-com?
just one of those. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
I forgot to guess, but it's red.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down, card
But
to the
honest-
back.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
You forgot to guess. Oh my gosh, we're getting cooked. Let's see. Hopefully you get a hit. But yeah, Spider-Man Odyssey is really good.
I feel like I see some shiny back there.
Hopefully it's a full art.
Full art. Is that the best you can do? Is full art?
Yeah, you'll notice it when you see it. It's different than the other ones.
Oh, this one's kind of sparkly too.
Yeah,
Does
those are just the
sparkly have to
regular
do with
hollow.
any of the?
No. Oh my gosh, we're getting
Okay,
destroyed
this
with these
guy's not
packs.
doing-
All right.
Sorry, yes.
Okay, we gotta try again. You might
right.
have the record for most packs without a hit.
Most yards thrown,
Yeah.
most packets ripped.
Yeah, this is the most packs ripped on the Keep It Low podcast. All right, I'm gonna go with red. Fire to the people. Okay, let's see if I can get a hit for us.
Is that good?
No, we didn't get anything. Yeah, you'll see. Dang,
All
0 for
right.
3.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go with green. Oh, yellow. Go Muse.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
All right, this is a good luck. This is a good luck right
All
here.
right, so
Let's get a hit for the followers.
I'm trying to look how. See, I'm very observant.
Yeah.
I've been watching how you kind of. So I want to get better at.
Yeah.
You know.
There you go. Quick learner.
Yeah. Except there's
He's-
still
he's
a
get-
technique that
He's getting competitive
I'm not
already.
learning on this. I want to be a good ripper.
Yeah. Good thing you don't get into this because it's an expensive hobby,
Oh,
especially
man.
with kids.
That is the other thing that I guess people can know about me is I'm super cheap.
Yeah.
I'm cheap. Like that's why I use the same popcorn bag. like when I was playing in Canada, as much money as I was making, I never spent any checks. We'd get per diem, $200 per diems on our away games, and that would last me till the next away game. And I just kept doing that.
Oh,
Is that good?
that's a good one. You see how it looks different than the other ones? It's like a full art.
This is not good in football. It's slow, bro. Like, bro, we need speed.
We need speed, bro.
kills. Speed, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you bending the cards though. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
So
That's the
what
only
about-
critique.
What about this one?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
but this one is good.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good one.
right.
That's one of the coolest cards from that set.
We'll take that.
All right. So this is the Lelehua Magic.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys should come by one of our card shows one day. Just check it out. We'll give you some
Definitely.
packs so you know need to spend your money.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I see like the card shows and like I guess King of Cards is somebody I follow.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who that guy is. He does a lot of, but I want to say sports cards.
Yeah.
And those kinds of things.
Well, we
He's
got
all
sports
into it.
over there at the show too.
Yeah.
Sports and
my
One
son
Piece.
is into this, but I can't.
Yeah.
But wow, as much as we buy him, he loses them, and I'm just like, bro. And then I'm like, then he wants another one. I'm like, what do you even do with it? Do you even know what to do
It's
with
just
it?
the fun of ripping.
Yeah.
Yeah. You rip passes and he rips
Ah,
packs.
there you go.
know?
Yeah, it's in the blood.
Yeah. But mahalo so much for coming on, talking stories. Is there anything else you want to share? If not, tell us where we can find you.
I just want to say mahalo for having me first. Thank
Yeah,
you
for
very
sure.
much. It's been a pleasure. This is my first full studio podcast. I've done one other one with a friend before, but this was an awesome experience. So thank you.
Yeah.
You can find me. My Instagram page is MightyMo_, and our business page is The Drip Mission. I also rent inflatables. That's called Jumperoo Hawaii.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So another one of my small businesses that I do. Hopefully, planning to pass it on to the kids soon. So something they can do. And but yeah, you can find me on MightyMo on Instagram, Facebook. But I'm not on Facebook too much. Other than Marketplace now. Oh, Marketplace is
They get the good deals.
addictive now. So but yeah.
I always joked about having a bouncy castle at my future wedding. So whenever that happens, I might have to hit you up. You guys have bouncy castles?
Yeah, bouncy castles, some slides, like combo slides, stuff like
Okay,
that.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, go follow them. How can people support the Drip Mission? Like, it's a nonprofit, right?
It's not
It's
a
not a
nonprofit
nonprofit.
business at the moment. But sponsor. You can sponsor your kids. You can sponsor events. We're like I said, we're giving away prizes all the time. Raffles. We give away stuff to parents, to anybody. If you come to a Drip Mission event, you literally have a chance to win. We've given away grills, cash, the list goes on. So if you're a company or if you have a product and you want to raffle that off, or
Kendamas,
whatever it is, or if you just want to support kids and teams and cleats, I don't know. Yeah, hit us up on the Drip Mission.
Okay, right on. Well, mahalo, Brian, for joining us on the Keep It Low podcast today. Spread love, be kind to one another, and mahalo for listening to us today. We have new episodes every Thursday, so make sure you follow us and leave a review. I'm your host, Kamaka, and remember to always keep it aloha.